I don't think I will ever get over the image of this sword dangling above us in the sky. I don't think I'll ever get over it. And also, are they running away? To me, if a battlefield and the carnage of a battlefield is portrayed to me in the right way, it can always be super, super effective. And like, look at this. These bodies laid out everywhere. There's like one of the Black Tide soldiers there as well. Like, this is like, I don't know, man, it already feels very dark. It's already scary, you know? Because the thing is sometimes, like, you know, it's always up to the video game to make you feel this way, but I do think that, like, Honkai Star Rail definitely likes having its fun. It likes having its, like, pretty art style. It likes having all this stuff. But when it's time to really settle in and show you the seriousness of a situation, they don't ever really hold back. Ever. This place is still so absolutely gorgeous.
I didn't think she'd manage to send the Kremn Owens to assist. Brave warrior, what's the situation?
That's awesome that the Kremn Owens are helping out, right?
Menachem, why are you here?
What? Didn't Aglaea tell you? We have been instructed to assist you in trapping the Flame Reaver.
Wait, did they not know about this?
Aglaea, that vile usurper. I spit on her name.
You're seeing like how like Kremn Owens here are reacting to Aglaea.
Our king will be back soon. He'll be able to deal with you and that black robe.
So he's talking about Mydei coming back to the throne, right? A horse curse lodged in his throat, refusing to escape. Moments later, he convulsed and his head drooping as his spirit departed his body, drifting towards the abode of... So he just died then and there? The Kremn Owens really are just like their king.
Really are just like their king.
Oh, sorry.
Rest in peace. May your glory last forever.
They're stubborn. They're prideful. They stick to their beliefs, sometimes to like a crazy, you know, self-detriment in a way.
Did they come to fight on their own accord? Or...
I wonder. I genuinely wonder. Because the thing is as well, like with this too, like he's just dead, by the way. We just watched someone die in front of us. Like, the Kremn Owens like hold on to this belief that Mydei, I think they're talking about Mydei, right? 100% Midamos will return to the throne, right? That's like their thing. He will return to the throne, Midamos. And that's their beliefs. It's like their whole life is clinging to that one hope of being able to return to being the Kremn Owens that they knew before. Even though, like, I hold the belief firmly that that Castrum Kremnos can't exist in the way that it did before. It just can't. Especially with all the horrors that it faced then, and like the corruption and I just can't. I just literally can't. But they hold this belief so true, all of them. We will get our, I guess they have this like, look at this determination. We will get our king back. And that was showcased through like Krateros as well, which we don't like Krateros, but he has that same kind of Kremn Owens like stubbornness. That one day they will be able to return home in the way. By the way, guys, I don't think I did my intro because I was just so stunned by how the visuals here. But hello, BB Gang says this is Calvin, also known as Ormer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail. There's just like one soldier standing in the middle. Is he? I guess he's available to fight. As always, Kafka's really good for these guys as well, I believe.
Relax.
Nice stuff.
In the net.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do the full DOT stuff with this kind of smaller enemies. But then again, like, why not? Because I feel like the only reason why you kind of, like, to me, like, you fight for different materials in terms of different enemies. But also, like, I like sometimes, like, if I'm not practicing how to actually fight these guys, then I feel like at that stage, it's like, there's not really a point of, like, fighting them, because it's just like...
Relax.
I have a bunch of items and stuff like this too, so like maybe you guys would feel differently about it, but like it's obviously you can say, well, Calvin, it's fun to do the combat 110%, but like I can do combat any part of this game. Like leveling up is literally combat if I want to do it too. So I think like for me, I actually do want to kind of like still do my usual tactics sometimes with enemies, depending on the team, of course, because sometimes say like with like say Firefly's team, if you just want to power through something, you can do it. But it's good to get practicing, is what I'm saying. It's good to get practicing. 110%. And the battles are fun. They are fun to use Kafka, but like I'm just saying in terms of like I could just skip past Kafka's move and not have her do, you know, the usual DOT stuff. But then like I feel like I'm betraying like the idea of like practice, even if like I feel like I can do it no problem. Man, look at they're really like portraying. We didn't get to go here last time, didn't we? Not? I don't think so. Is the Black Road guy just there?
Take back the core flame, Yanis's passage will open. When that happens, you must evacuate immediately. Don't stay behind.
Thank you, Tribbie. But is the Flame Reaver just literally standing there at the end of the passageway here?
The rest will be up to how well we work.
100%, and I believe in you so much.
Remember what Mydei said before? Cast aside all distractions once you're on the battlefield.
Let's go, partner. Today, destiny shall stand with us.
I love when Fion gets like this, man. I love it because he's so like subdued sometimes and very like proper and very polite. When he gets into Fion on the battlefield, his voice can project across countries. You know, he's really good at it. Wait, what? Oh my god. It's Anaxagoras! It's Anaxagoras!
Finally.
Oh my god, look at us running in as well. It's so cool. And Mem. Whoa, wait. I thought he blocked it for a second.
Pent in the memories of the dead.
Oh my god, this music as well. I was so worried that they paused there for a second. We're just fighting him again.
Any later, and I fear the Titan would have sacrificed.
Anaxagoras says you're saying I would have died.
Frail child of humanity, 'tis
Cersei
more
still
effort
speaking?
keeping you hale and whole against that blade than it is in seeking the truth of the world.
They are legitimately setting this up in such a fantastic way, guys. Like, I didn't know, I thought we were gonna do like another dungeon, then meet the Flame Reaver. No. Just go right into it. Like, they are like literally like setting the Flame Reaver up to be like one of the most demonic and terrifying enemies in the history of Honkai Star Rail. Like, the fact that we're just right back fighting him again. It feels like it's been 2 hours since we've seen him last. He feels like the nemesis of this whole world, which is what he is. And that cutscene as well, with all this dramatic music too. Like, he's terrifying. Like, it's such a terrifying character. And seeing all the characters work together, rushing toward him, seeing Anaxagoras trying desperately to fight against him. It's such a crazy visual as well.
Stand still.
They have set this enemy up so fantastically so.
Sounds like more
Constantly impressed with how they've set up the Flame Reaver.
I could take you one arm only. Don't get cocky now.
You tell him.
Stand still.
We could just do this now as well.
Good times never last. Time to say bye.
Hope she says boom.
Boom.
Good. I was getting worried there for a second.
Score.
pity. You chose the wrong
That text
enemy.
came up like 2 seconds. That text was 2 seconds long. Lovely stuff.
Eternal sleep.
That's a
is
Hoyle
not
staple
the
though, isn't
end.
it?
The dead
Having text show up on the
will
screen for like 1 second and be like, figure it out. Figure it out. You know?
May as well kill them all.
Yeah, you tell them. May as well kill them all. God, this is so cool.
Sampo Koski always try this on for size.
Did you say Sampo Koski?
Relax.
I always thought it was
What are you
Koski.
waiting for?
But maybe I'm like,
The
just some
customer's
misremembering.
king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
It's so funny how like, at first like I was kind of like a bit against using Sampo. Because I was worried, like again, there was one of those things where he wasn't like one of my favorite characters in the whole world. But I obviously like, you know, still like Sampo. But it's one of those situations where like, I'm very glad I did, you know? And it's not like I didn't like Sampo, by the way, because that's sounding like I put a character on my team that I didn't like, which it doesn't, you know, that's not what I do. I definitely don't do that. I always like had a fondness towards Sampo, even if he was like a bit off the wall. I think my love for Sampo is both equally there's half of me that loves his kind of like
An opponent worth their salt.
playfulness, and then there's half of me that just like, you know, also rolls my eyes at him, which I think is like an important Sampo experience. You know, you're rolling your eyes as you're smiling. You know,
Breathing sensation. Remember it.
that's why I feel so about it anyway.
Stand
The music
still.
in this is so intense, so cool.
Good times never last. Time to say bye.
If she says boom, honestly, like, so happy.
Boom.
So happy. So happy. Wait. You can't act. Flame Reaver, stop acting like a punch to the shins wouldn't be so sore. That's like the most sore thing in the world.
You're trying to overwhelm us with numbers. Hold it up. Take
I
them
can't get over how well they've done this Flame Reaver stuff.
Oh, what a spirited display, deliverer.
I love that Cersei's just still talking.
Repaid.
She's still here. It adds a great element to the stuff in Anaxagoras as well. I might wait to use that move until like a few enemies come back, maybe. Possibly.
We're just having fun. Try this on for size.
Because I know he's gonna summon more enemies.
What are you waiting for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Sampo, you will betray the king, no problem.
Can't hold out much longer.
Quiet. I know what I'm doing.
I love the tension in this. Listen to this. Like you can really feel like they're all like again, it's one of those things where like in a JRPG, like you have to like fill in the blanks with your mind and what the battles are happening, right? Because obviously they're not standing on a field taking turns. But what we can say is that they are like my imagination is they're in like this big scuffle, this big gigantic battle with the Flame Reaver, just trying to hold him off. And you can hear the tension in their voice as well.
Will return.
Thank you so much, Vulture. Lovely stuff. Oh, speaking of struggle, oh look at that! Oh my god, Anaxagoras. Oh, his smile! No freaking way. No freaking way. Did we actually trap him? But he had a whole life bar left. No freaking way. No freaking way. No freaking way.
How embarrassing.
Deliver.
You didn't come down from the sky?
Wait. Oh my god!
This city is mine anyway.
This is so sick.
Why shouldn't I go through the front door?
Mydei. Oh, look at the two of them together as well, the smile. Oh, he's so cool. So freaking sick.
Minion of the Black Tide. I, King of the Kremn Owens Legion, be your opponent today.
Long time no see. Nika.
Oh, he calls it Nicador. Wait, did he get the power of Nicador already? Did he get the core flame? He might have. To burn my dynasty and offer these ashes to the strife. He might have already gotten the power of Nicador. Holy freaking hell, what a freaking comeback. I thought he was gonna leave. I genuinely thought that he was leaving. But I guess he is in Kremn. He left to Kremn, right? This is his home, I guess. So I guess he did kind of leave in a way. But I thought he was gone. Such a great freaking comeback for him as well. Genuinely so freaking cool. And you see the smile that Mydei and Fion give to each other? Did he? Am I mistaken in saying that by the way, the Flame Reaver broke out of the Century Gate? Broke out of the time period? Am I mistaken? We trapped him and then he just ripped a hole out of there again? Is that what happened? Buddy, what are you doing with that sword there? Look at him, he's powering up.
Relax. Stand still.
Pity.
Great follow-up attack. So his HP continues to be reduced in that way? I kind of want to see what this move is. I know this is really crazy. I kind of want to see what he's doing.
I could take you one arm only.
Like, I want to see this power up he's doing, guys. I'm sorry. Usually I just go for it, but I just kind of want to see what the move he's doing is.
It's the self-destruction.
Vanity. What? What the hell? I'm sending a dynasty to its end?
Well fought. That was a good opener to the
A
session.
good opener.
We honor the fallen gods with this fight to the death.
Oh, Mydei is in such a... And it says Nicodor above his name. He's taking the core flame, right? Look at him. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's so cool. He's so cool. He's so cool. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. He's the coolest character in the world.
Sounds like more business knocking.
Stand still.
I love him so much. I love him so much.
Score.
Oh god, here we go again. Mydei is genuinely my
Allow me to see you. What are you
favorite
waiting for?
character
Customer is
in
king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make
Amphoreus
it
for
worth
so
my
far.
while.
For sure.
Eternal sleep is not the dead will return.
He gives you... It's time to end this. Flame Reaver. Oh my god, whenever there's a cutscene with the Flame Reaver, it gets terrified. Look at this stuff. It's so... Oh my god, look at Mydei. Is he punching them? He literally just is punching them. Oh my god, this music too! Fion! No freaking way. The reflection in the freaking great sword, and he protected Mydei. Oh my god! What the? What? With this freaking heavy metal music in the background?
Heed my call.
Oh my freaking god!
I am the lance of fury.
No, my god, Mydei!
Agony.
Holy freaking hell! Jesus! Look. Oh my god, with the blood rain? This freaking... What just happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. What? What?
Look! The warriors have returned!
Guys, I feel like, you know, when you guys argue for me to have face cam, I think this is one of those times where, like, my hands, I didn't even realize, are, like, glued to the top of my head right now. Holy freaking hell. Gee, did you hear the heavy metal music? Guys, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. We're in the middle of winter and I'm sweating. Holy frickin'. First of all, right, the heavy metal music in the background as Mydei takes his position as like the successor. I literally thought it meant he was gonna go off and like do like this, like be a hero, be like a self-sacrificer and fight the Black Tide by himself. But I guess he did go to Kremnoa, right? Or Krasnern Kremnos. But Fion also said he wasn't gonna miss a fight. Right? He showed up in the coolest fashion you could ever see in your freaking life. He clearly has the core flame, right? 100%. And he absolutely freaking devastated the Flame Reaver. This is the first win we've gone against the Flame Reaver, technically, right? Because I don't count sending him through a gate. I don't want to discount what Trianne did. I'm saying that I don't really see that as a win. I think that was us desperately trying to stop him. You know? I think it's like the first like win we've gotten. The first real win. I think it's a really great thing, by the way, for Mydei to ask Fion to stab me in the back if I ever go against the Flame Chase journey. And I don't think it's coincidental that Fion moved towards Mydei as swords are about to pierce through his back, and he protects him from those blades going into his back. It's like, yeah, I agreed to stab you in the back when the time comes if you ever betray us, but right now you're still my Mydei, you know. No one else is stabbing you in the back. That's my job. And the reflection in the sword, the moment with Fion literally racing towards him. Anaxagoras looking so cool, like, oh, I got you. Remember when he was holding onto this weapon and he's like, I got you in that moment. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it seemed that the Flame Reaver broke out of space and time. It seems like the Century Gate, while it can send the Flame Reaver someplace, it seems he has more control over time than we think, maybe. Or at least more control over where he is in space and time than we think. That was one of the... No, it's not one of the, right? I think in terms of action scenes in Honkai Star Rail, I can't think of many better than Mydei awakening this power and with this heavy metal music in the background, devastating the Flame Reaver in such a way. I can't think of many better. And that's not insulting the other ones. It's just that, I'm legitimately, when I saw this scene, my hands were glued to my head, my mouth was wide open, I started sweating, my heart was beating. It was intense, it was so cool. It was just so cool. The cutscene direction in Honkai Star Rail in terms of action scenes, I genuinely believe, after all, in terms of actually I'll just say it. In terms of industry-wide, I genuinely think that whoever they got to direct their cutscenes and then their animating team, I really feel like they do this job that is not seen very often at all in the video game industry. And someone's probably going to be like, well, what about this game? 100%, there are games that do amazing combat stuff, like the Tales series do amazing combat cutscenes. Yakuza does great stuff as well, 110%. But I'm just saying, I really feel like, it's possible to be best in class sometimes, and I feel like that's what this is. It's insane. Holy hell.
Are the rumors true? Has Ornyx
has fallen.
As the Council of Elders said, we face
I hate the Council of Elders.
Yet the
I was supposed to shut up.
Are only inciting more chaos. They don't care about the people's safety.
This is almost like an Avengers argument. I'm not saying this is an argument as old as time, by the way, through superhero stuff. This isn't just Avengers. It's been a story in superhero stuff for years where people are are they bringing more chaos than they are helping? Because from the perception of some people, it's well, look what's happened. Everything's absolutely destroyed. But if you listen to the Council of Elders, you're just an idiot. Sorry. I'm sorry for being a bit abrasive here, but I'm just so hyped up after that thing. No one's getting leeway for the next 20 minutes. We're not being nuanced for the next 20 minutes. It's just dumb. Don't listen to these guys. This is falling for the dumbest politician. Please. They don't really care about people's safety. Dude, I'm just saying this right now. Without the Krateros heirs, you are dead. You are gone. You are finito.
They really gave the core flame of strife to a Kremn Owens at the end.
A beautiful one at that. Look at this. The way they smiled at each other, by the way, before they fought was one of my favorite things ever.
What a noisy crowd.
Mydei, you need to understand, you had a moment in this game that is what other games would have in their final chapter. You had a moment in this game what other games use as their final cutscene in a video game. You know what I mean?
This, doesn't feel right.
It's probably because Ornyx is gone.
Okay. Anaxagoras did so much there as well. 100%. And Tribbie.
Ornyx was a generous titan in the eyes of the people. They graced us with miracles, allowing humanity to reap many a convenience from the past.
Right, and to them, the idea of Ornyx being gone while the Krateros heirs, where am I from now? While the Krateros heirs are in power. While the Krateros heirs are in power, it probably makes them feel like, okay, well, it's their fault. You know?
What they don't know is that the Titan didn't do all of that of its own volition. Regardless, the Titan has fallen, and we must surrender Orynyx's core flame.
So we got the core flame back.
A meeting with that woman again so soon? I just can't catch a break.
Buddy. It's so, I do love his relationship with Aglaea because they both respect each other, you can tell. There's it's, you know what it's like? Have you ever like seen two co-workers in work who like annoy the hell out of each other, but then they do like a project together and you're like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like, this is amazing. It's like, yeah, like, you know, we respect each other's hard work and dedication. We just do not get along.
Professor Anaxa, why don't you find someplace to
No, I want to see him talk to Aglaea. This whole like teasing us stuff is getting really, really like, sorry guys, I'm still hyped up. Like, you know, I was about to be like, this whole teasing stuff is gonna freaking ruin me. This is gonna annoy me. When in reality it's just like, okay, it's fine. You know, they're building up this meeting when we finally get to see them talk to each other, and I think I know touching what they're doing. Man, that whole Mydei cutscene is literally just making me like less nuanced. I'm like, I'm way more aggressive.
Matters that require Aglaea's attention are piling up. You two meeting again will, forgive my honesty, only distract her.
Boo. No, I know, okay, we need to lock in. We need to lock in. I'm just so like burning. I'm burning up. He's right. He's right. Right now, a whole distraction of like a complicated relationship and arguments is not going to help out anyone. He's totally right.
Just try to stay on your best behavior, if you know what I mean.
When is Anaxagoras does not... Honestly, though, Anaxagoras deserves in my opinion, he still deserves like an accommodation for this, like a thank you. The same way Aglaea would thank all of us, you know? I think so, personally.
That's not up to me, I'm afraid. I've been trapped in her prison the moment I set foot in this holy city. The price of having a Titan living in my head.
That's Cersei's own. Is it in his head? In his head?
Don't worry, I don't want trouble.
So we're actually gonna get to see, oh my god, great stuff. He and Aglaea don't get along, huh? The professor's kind of eccentric. I do think he's eccentric.
Professor Anaxa can be a bit unrestrained.
I love it. I love him.
Don't worry. You'll get used to it.
I mean, like, to me, like, he's my perception of Anaxagoras is a very self-confident, sometimes arrogant. He marches to the beat of his own drum, but he sees the value in working together with people, and also he genuinely has a lot of care in his heart for people, and he takes on a lot of emotional responsibility on his shoulders. I think he's one of the most interesting characters just right away.
I'm sure you don't need my help handling Orynyx's core flame, so I'll be off. I have some personal matters to attend to.
Mydei, you're so beautiful, okay? I need you to understand something, okay? You're so beautiful.
It somehow feels like D has closed himself off even more after he completed his trial.
You think so? I wonder if it's going to take some time.
Yeah. A lot has happened in the past few days.
Yeah, and like the decision he took here and you know, taking the core flame and doing all this stuff it was a big decision because like we saw the pressure from all sides, the pressure he was putting on himself, the pressure from you know, smelly Krateros. Like there was a legitimate like pressure from all sides, and now that it's, you know, he's taken the core flame and you know, he still has the weight of all of his people on his shoulders and all this stuff too. The initial excitement of like being able to fight with this new power is amazing, but then you have to talk about the idea as well about like, you know, he's a demigod now, right? In my understanding. But then also the emotional weight of everything hits after every time. It's the same thing of like, you know, I know this is not the same thing. It's not the same thing, but I'm talking about emotional weight and like how everything hits you like a ton of bricks eventually. Have you ever like had a breakup and then you go to a party with friends like right after, and it's exciting and it's so fun and you're all drinking, you're having a good time, and then everyone wakes up at 5 a.m. and you go home. You go home, you're buzzing after the party, you have a rest, you wake up, and you're like, wow, that was a cool party. And as you're eating your breakfast, you go, oh. You know, you start to feel terrible again. And I imagine that like for my it is a thing where it's like, yeah, we had all this excitement, but now it's like the emotional weight of everything then hits, you know?
You've been lost in thought for a while now too, Tribbie. Did Trinnon bring news?
Yeah, of Trianne. We need to find Trianne.
Yes. She has
Okay,
found Trinnon.
is she okay?
She was at the bottom of the valley outside the temple. But
What?
that's where the good news
Say it in a different way. Say it in a different way, Tribbie. What do you mean?
I'm sorry.
No. What? She's just dead? And she was found in the bottom of a freaking valley? That's so freaking hard to hear. That's brutal. So what was you know what? I'm sorry to make it even more brutal, guys, because like it just stunned me because I think they gave us hope like that she was going to still be alive. But now the hope that we had before of like, oh, you can still feel a faint like part of her somewhere turns to something different now. That was her fading away. That was her life fading away at the bottom of a freaking valley, at the bottom of a chasm. It goes from that gave us hope to retroactively making it even harder to even think about.
It's alright. They also found someone else besides
Jesus
Trianne.
freaking Christ. You know what's so weird? Even when I was about to skip the line, I'd hope they were like, it's okay, she's in the hospital or something. I thought they were going to say that. This rush of... It's not even, like, it's weirdly, like, not, like, because I feel like the scene where we saw there where she said, see you tomorrow was, like, the goodbye. Right? That was the goodbye now. And I was so upset. And now, like, there's this burning, like, sickness after hearing it. You know what I mean? It makes you feel horrid. It makes you feel icky thinking, because again, I feel like it's one of those situations where like it's like when I already said goodbye. That cutscene was like the goodbye, and then I got a little bit of hope, and then now I just feel sick. I just feel absolutely sick. Well, now I'm getting a little emotional. No, and because I keep thinking about her at the end of the chasm. I have an image in my head of her like perched, like sitting up, like against something. You know what I mean? That's so difficult, man.
He was no better than a corpse when Trinnon and Hyacinth arrived. He had suffered more cuts than could be counted and leaped off a cliff from a great height, all to free Trianne's body from the clutches of the black-robed swordmaster.
Wait, who did this?
What a brave soul.
Yeah.
Do we know who he is?
The way they're phrasing this, the way like I know maybe I'm just like I'm coping. Do you see the way he said like he was no more a corpse? Are they just saying he died and she survived? What's happening?
Yes.
Who is it?
It's Krateros.
Oh. What? What? I don't mean this to sound silly, because it's not silly. It's not silly, right? I hope it doesn't come across like that. But like, dude, Krateros, you've definitely earned me not making slight jabs at you all the time. Obviously, I still don't agree with the way you treated Mydei. Like, I'll always hate it, but like, I feel like I'm just, at least for now, I'm gonna hold off on that for a bit, because that's crazy, man. I hope you guys understand, like, you guys know I'm never, like, one to say, like, redemption just comes after, like, one good deed. But I feel like in this moment, at this very moment, just right now, I don't want to sit here and just badmouth Krateros right now. At least right now, you know what I mean? Jesus, dude. This is crazy.
Stop!
Holy hell. To face the Flame Reaver like this, like, here's the thing, as I said in the past, that Kremn Owens' philosophy is one of the most toxic detrimental philosophies sometimes in the world. But you can't freaking deny, standing up to the Flame Reaver like this with little to no power. It embodies a lot of what the actual tenants are.
If you want this girl dead, you'll have to kill me first.
Jesus, man, this scene. And this music? Oh, don't do this.
How ludicrous. Your body made
Is this full sentences now?
and blood as it is will not survive more than a single strike from me.
Oh, as I said, that's the tenets of... Oh, look at little Trianne.
Valorous death before glorious return. As a Kremnoan, I know not the fear of death.
This is what I'm talking about here. Like, seeing Trianne's body just got me, guys. It finished me off. But this is what I'm talking about. To me, like, this isn't surprising. You know what I mean? Like, this is Kremnoan. This is a Kremnoan, you know?
She's lost her divinity. I have no interest.
She lost all her power at this stage. Look at her, just like the poor little thing. Ooh.
But answer me this, child of strife. Why do you raise your shield for her?
It's so hard to just look at this. So little. I just like. After watching her fade away last episode as well, it's so painful. It's so painful and so heartbreaking.
As the leader of the God Shield Brigade's elite, I protected the king against the Black Tide with this very shield.
I know.
And I've done this
I know.
over and over, hundreds and thousands of times.
Oh boy. This isn't easy to get through.
A pathetic killer like you could never understand the weight it bears.
Fucking tell him, bro. Like, seriously.
Pity. And crumble like rusted iron.
Crumble like what do you even stand for at this stage? What do you even stand for? You guys know I'm not a fan of Krateros. But in this moment right here, he has more honor than you will ever have in this one singular moment.
Good. Supreme glory shall be mine as I indulge in the libations and incense offered by my descendants. Come, let us fight for Kremnos, for my king.
You can say what you want about Krateros, but he believed in everything he freaking said.
For Amphoreus.
Oh, God. I am so desperately glad they didn't show him actually clutching onto her falling.
We foresaw this cruel parting 1,000 years ago. Today is but a reminder of that bitter taste.
And she's right in what she says. This was prophesized to Tribbie, that they would eventually become just one. It's so heartbreaking. It doesn't make it any easier. This music as well is so somber and melancholic in the most beautiful way. I liken it to, like, if someone told you your friend was going to pass away in 3 years, it doesn't make the actual passing away any easier. Doesn't make it any easier at all. Jesus Christ, dude. This is so freaking brutal. I don't know if I can handle Amphoreus. Honestly.
Lady Aglaea, I don't understand. It wasn't life itself that Lady Trianne lost. Why does she look like she really turned into a doll?
That's literally her.
I don't understand. Don't be sad, Hyacinth. Trianne has used up her borrowed time from Yanis. That's all.
What do they expect me to do when Trinnon in that little voice says, "Don't be sad"? That's the opposite. It's going to have the opposite effect.
Her spirit is now riding the west wind, flying ahead to a world free of sorrow.
No. That, I mean, like, again, as you guys know, like, I'm not a religious person, but, like, I think it's also okay to acknowledge that, like, even in real life, the imagery of, like, someone going to heaven is always, like, such a beautiful thing, you know? Like, even if my belief in, I don't have a belief in God or gods, you know what I mean? I don't believe in God. I don't believe in that stuff. But the imagery of the idea of how it brings people comfort, like, is always something I think is very beautiful. You know what I mean? Regardless. It's very beautiful.
If a world like that truly exists.
Oh, I might need a minute. I'm trying to, like, compose myself a little bit. The world that Amphoreus has given me and given all of us is one of the most beautiful and instantly memorable universes ever. And I became so instantly in love with every character in this place. And to have, you know, such an amazing and spirited and lovely character be the first one out of any of them. I'm not saying others are gonna die, but the first one that we see basically leaving this world stings so badly. It really does. I hate Honkai Star Rail for making me feel this way, but I know that I love it for making me feel this way. I hope it doesn't sound like I love it being sad. I'm saying that it's the reason why I'm even crying is because the characters are so incredible. And I'm gonna miss them so much. And the situation, of course, itself, like the way that they've done this, like having her fade away over time. Having her lose her memory, feel confused, feel upset that other people aren't seeing the same thing she's seeing. It's so sad.
Does that mean everyone from the Grove is there too?
You'd hope, wouldn't you? You'd hope.
It exists, Hyacinth. Do you not remember? The prophecy that guides the Krateros heirs is the voice of Kefili before it fell silent. It loves all of its creations dearly and would never bear to lead us astray with lies.
Aglaea's words right now have so much heaviness to them. They have so much weight to them. I feel them so, I don't know, so strikingly, I guess. In this moment, she is, you know, a leader after all.
What about the Kremn Owens veteran? How is he doing?
Is he not dead?
The Twilight Courtyard has done all we can. Even so, we've only managed to keep him from
Wait,
breathing
so
his
they said
last.
he's not, I thought they said he was a corpse. I think they were saying he was like close to a corpse, so he survived.
I had to use the Sky Priest's techniques to help him to walk again. But if light ever disappears from Akama for good... No. Let's hope that never happens.
So you can only walk in Okama now? Like, Jesus Christ, how freaking brutal the Flame Reaver is. How absolutely brutal.
This is already nothing short of miraculous. When we found Krateros, he was no better than a corpse.
The phrasing there, by the way. It's already starting. Yeah, that's what they meant. No better than a corpse.
The parting hour is upon us. Yet the golden thread runs slack. The heroes have returned with their spoils.
We got the core flame, right? We got the core flame.
Everyone, please take this opportunity to rest and prepare for what awaits us.
I don't want to see what awaits us, honestly, like. I really don't.
You've returned unscathed and brought tidings of triumph. Truly a moment worthy of celebration.
I don't know if I feel like it. I don't know if I feel like celebrating the core flame of time. For Aglaea. Yeah. I've known Honkai Star Rail can write stories that are amazing, that can tug on my heartstrings, that can make me feel a million and one different ways. But I both hate it, and I think it's masterful how they set up the return of Trianne to this form that they were looking at over here. How perfectly set up it was to rip apart your heart. And someone, I think, again, you know, a member put it into perspective. I think in such a better, you know, like, 'cause again, it's what I felt, but like I feel like they always say, you know, the idea of like, you know, Trianne not being so confused and frustrated that people didn't understand what she was saying. She was getting so, you know, upset, and we saw her, we watched her as she was slowly fading from the existence that she had for years was being one of the three, and seeing her fade away to being like there's two and there's one on the outside was such a brutal way that they did this. But not only that, Honkai Star Rail understands the feeling of dashing hopes and honestly like an efficient, I'm just gonna pause here for a second, an efficient way to write a story. And I say efficient because I know it's gonna sound horrible no matter what way I say this, but it's efficient. It's let you feel like she could be still alive because you have other things to focus on right now. You know? I'm not saying that's intentionally what they did, but like maybe subconsciously as writers they knew that people won't be able to if we watched As I think them being like, there's still a faint glow of her somewhere. It has two meanings. It gives you hope in that moment to think, okay, well, let's fight this battle and find Trianne, right? So you can focus on the battle ahead of you. And you're not just crying tears as Mydei is having his big moment. It lets Mydei have his big moment, right? Without thinking about Trianne for that second. But also, the other aspect of that whole thing of, we still feel a faint glow from her life or whatever, is that retroactively, as I said, makes it more heartbreaking, because now we know at the bottom of a chasm she was fading away. That's what the faint glow was, and it makes it much more difficult to look back on it. But they gave us that hope and dashed it, and as I said, it's efficient as a writer to give us that hope and dash it, because then it makes us it means we can enjoy the Mydei scene while thinking there's hope of Trianne still being alive, while at the same time too we also now retroactively it makes us sadder. If you guys could give me a second. And I know, here's the thing, I usually take a break every 30 minutes to resync the video. Not because I think that the video is out of sync, but it's just always to make sure, because sometimes it can. Sometimes for some reason it can. We can change your bio, by the way. We can just, I've never done this. But should I do this? What if there's characters I don't know? That's the worry, yeah, because they might have that newer character from a while back. But I mean, I like Stelle being the picture here. But I feel like I have a picture of, I think I have Garmin as my picture in Genshin. So I think we can definitely change our picture to maybe Firefly, right? In terms of picking our favorite characters. Oh, Kafka smiled when she saw Firefly. It's wow. Equilibrium level 3. You guys said don't raise your equilibrium level whatsoever. Never do it. Thanks for giving. They give me 1,000 credits every day. We also have achievements for you guys. Look at this. Let's see. Let's just give us a little bit of a dopamine hit, right? Just before we go into the next part of the video. Let's do a bit of a dopamine hit. And then I can show you how much gems I have for whenever Robin comes on the banner. Because that's who we're wishing for next. It's Robin, but as I said, Aventurine could disrupt it. I'm not saying, again, it's probably going to come down to Robin, but I'm saying that I love Aventurine as well. So I'm wondering if I see Aventurine on the banner, am I going to be if I'm going to be feeling a different way once you see him there on the banner. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Robin's top priority. If it was Robin and Aventurine on the banner, we picked Robin, right? That's just the end of. And people can be well, Calvin, there's don't you love Aventurine more? And the way I look at it is this, guys, right? And I hope I think it'll make sense to you guys. I love both those characters dearly, right? Yes, do I have a bigger emotional connection with Aventurine? 110%. But I think there's also it's fun to put in other elements too. I'm human as well. I enjoy battles in Honkai Star Rail just as much as the next person, and I can't deny the feeling that Robin singing in the background of my battles gave me. You know what I mean? So there's I feel like it's a percentage thing where it's 80% I love Robin, 100% I love Aventurine. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's 20% I take away from loving Robin. I'm just trying to use a bad analogy. But then the extra 20% is filled in by that feeling I had of listening to her sing as I fought battles. Right? This is how many gems I have, by the way. We have quite a bit. So I was thinking we could use them all on this banner. Let's go. Yep. 110%. Okay, guys, I'll be 2 seconds. Let's go. We've composed ourselves as much as possible.
It's incredible to think that we returned Nikador's core flame not so long ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that you and your friend's arrival has melted the glaciers of history.
I mean, it has changed stuff, right? That's what trailblazing is. Where nameless go, trouble follows. We mentioned real glacier before. I mean, yes. But this is what, again, it's like what we do. I feel like trailblazing, while it is like choosing your own path and burning your own path, I feel like, Stelle's not wrong in saying that it's also like we move a lot of things forward. We push a lot of things forward. That happened in Penacony, happened in the Xian Show, and it happened in Balebog too. It happens.
You could say this is the true face of history. It slumbered for 1,000 years, only to awaken for this one moment. Alas, now is not the time for a study of history.
I suppose.
I do not see Anaxa around. Was this under your instructions, Fion?
Look at Fion's face. It's literally like with them, it's literally he said, she said with the two of them.
Yes. It just seems much more efficient than letting you two go at it endlessly.
Sure.
A rash decision. After all, he still bears a core flame with him.
Aglaea's not wrong. She's like, hey, like, while we would have like maybe a bit of bickering here, he literally is involved in this in some way, right?
I do concur with your assessment of efficiency, though. Now, let us table the issue concerning him for the moment. The more urgent matter is the core flame of Orynyx. The Krateros heirs had initially crafted a plan regarding the order to return the core flames. For titans like Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed assuming their divinity only at the very end.
So, Orynyx and Circes, who harbor no intentions of harming humanity, our strategy entailed, so we're going to take their thing at the end. Yes, because they were the ones who were nice to us, right?
But this unforeseen turn of events has thrown everything into disarray.
Because it made sense to keep the ones that are actually on our side alive for the longest.
If we don't return the core flames to the vortex of Genesis, and we leave the Titan's divine positions vacant, we can't even begin to imagine the disaster that would follow.
Mm-hmm. So someone needs to bear the core flame of Orynyx?
But the most pressing issue at hand is that we haven't found the Krateros heir capable of bearing Orynyx's divinity.
And Fion can't do this?
Fion, Castris, Mydei, and Hyacinth. Tribbie and I devoted a millennium scouring the world, only to find these few people.
So those are the categories of who we can have here. Do you think Hyacinth could do it?
Only a chosen few possess the capacity to assume divinity. The elite among the Krateros heirs. We would never hastily extend our invitation without first verifying their potential to bear such power.
The reason I think Hyacinth is because I don't know if Fion's going to take the Orynyx one. Mydei already took a core flame, and I really feel like Castris is after a different core flame.
Yet we cannot compel anyone into divinity, as it would be no different from sentencing them to the gallows.
Yeah, you don't want to just like if someone's not capable of it, like 100%.
Truly a dilemma.
Yeah.
Mem?
How about letting her give it a try?
Mem. That was a full sentence. I've been waiting for someone to say that, friend. Is very funny.
Mem special, mem.
So, and we've been gazed upon by many gods as well. I think Stelle wouldn't be a bad idea, right? And we can use the Orynyx power already. So that baby Titan is even more capricious than a child? Oh, interesting choice to switch now, right? He's walking around. He is walking around. As I said, guys, like, I will never excuse for me, like, the idea of, like, I'll never be a big fan of Krateros. But I hope you guys also understand that, like, I'm also going to kind of give him the leeway of leeways after the situation there with Trianne. Because to me, it just, like, it means something to me that in the final moments of Trianne, she had someone having her back. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So it's like, I'm going to be a bit more lenient on Krateros for this episode at least, It means something to me. It does.
I I see the Reaper has forsaken you too, teacher.
How's he gonna react to him taking the core flame, by the way?
It simply put my life in the hands of the Twilight Courtyard. That priest girl's medical talents are truly exceptional. She might be far from the ordinary girl we envisioned.
Wait, priest girl, is that Hyacinth? Yeah, he's talking about Hyacinth then.
But this isn't about me, Midamos. I saw it. You finally decided to embrace your own
There's an
fate.
excitement in his voice, but I would hope that you would listen to Mydei now. Now that he's done something that that the Kremn Owens would approve of, I hope you will listen to him. Because here's the thing, that leniency goes out the window as soon as you start manipulating or being rude to Mydei again. I'm sorry.
Power of strife is stirring a tempest within me as we speak. My bones have turned into steel. My blood is seething in a blaze. Past rulers of Kremnos could only aspire to this might, yet I have merged with it.
It's such an interesting, because obviously, like, it's not literally, you know, obviously it's not literal steel, but it is kind of like if your blood is seething ablaze, your blood is burning, your body has become so strong.
I've made history, and henceforth divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Divinity and kingship shall coexist as one.
Indeed. You've realized the aspirations of every former king of
Again,
Kremnos.
please let him just speak.
And now, you can at last bring our people home and reforge the glory of Kremnos.
Please let him speak. Yes.
Unfortunately, I harbor no such desire.
Yes. Thank the Lord. I was so worried he was going to go against his own feelings. Not because he's not strong in his own feelings. You know, he gets emotional just like everyone else, which isn't a lack of strength, by the way. I just mean that, like, you know, sometimes we succumb to pressure from other people because of the emotions it brings. But I've stood so firmly in my position, as you've seen, behind Mydei's back, as he has said this stuff.
What? What do you mean by that?
You're talking to Nicador himself, basically, this stage, Krateros, so please, please, don't ruin the leniency that I've given you, please.
Over 2 millennia past, devotees of Nicador's might banded together beneath their feet and erected a city of their own. Ever since then, Kremn Owens have served as the blades wielded by the god of war, following the Titan's path in its conquest.
Right.
Yet, gazing upon our history through the lens of my newfound divinity, I now see it with unprecedented clarity.
He sees everything's, the fog is lifted.
This history is sheer absurdity and
Love you.
inferiority.
Love you, Mydei. Love you, Mydei.
People surge onto the
Love
battlefield
you.
like ants, plundering and slaying for their own
I love
greed,
you.
only to be trampled upon like ants.
I love him so much. This is what we were saying about the idea of the Kremnoan philosophy. Yes, the tenets by themselves are beautiful, but it uses them in this very toxic, absurd way that is self-detrimental consistently against its own people. We have this situation all the time where, like, I've said it so many times, they talk about this idea of, like, if I fight you, I'm fighting you face to face. And I use the analogy of just like, it's like, that's not honorable just because you're face to face with someone. You don't walk up to someone in a bar and then turn them around and go, now I'm going to punch you. This is honorable. That's not how it works. But the Kremnon people have, like, used their tenets to make them believe this. And what Mydei's saying here as well is that, like, in the name of absurdity and inferiority, because the inferiority aspect is we have to prove ourselves. We have to prove ourselves. Absurdity, how absurd it is to send people on the battlefield like this as well, in the name of somebody else, slaying and pillaging and taking stuff off people. And then the people that go do that in the name of the sword die like ants.
The city and the beliefs that
Love
Kremn Owens
Mydei.
hold so dearly.
Love him.
Alongside the supposed tradition. Mere anthills that can be crushed with a single touch in the eyes of the Titan.
Yeah. Yeah. All of this stuff can end tomorrow.
You.
Krateros, you gained so much goodwill
Are you trying to strip Kremn Owens of the pride we've amassed over thousands of years with mere words?
Krateros, I'm gonna say something to you right now. And here's the thing: this is such an incredible scene already, because this is exactly how I thought he might react. The Kremnoan pride that you talk about was you standing in front of Trianne's body. That's the true tenets to me. It's not the pillaging. It's not the murder. It's not the conquering. To me, you never looked more like the idea of like what I see those tenets being in black and white on a piece of paper as you did when you stood in front of Trianne. To me, at that point, you were like, you embodied those tenets.
That pride holds little significance, Krateros.
I agree.
Now that I've assumed the divinity of strife, my next step will be to renounce the title of king.
Oh! What a oh my god, I actually, again, as long as Mydei is safe, as long as Mydei is happy, I'm happy. But this is what I wanted as well. We don't need a cycle of violence. We don't need a cycle of the Kremnon people going back to the way they did before. We don't need someone like Europon again. Europon being dead and gone is a bonus to this world.
No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Yeah, be serious. He's being firm. He's not letting him play with his emotions anymore. This is an order. This is an order.
Do not do this, Midamos.
You were ordered to do something.
I beg you.
And now look how it's changed. I want to see how this is changed as well. Intentionally so. Before he took the core flame, Krateros was had no problem in talking down to him. Had no problem in emotionally manipulating him in a way that was like very, I think unintentional, because he was, but at the same time too, I talked about how like older generations don't really sometimes realize how horrible they're being. But in this moment, right, it's changed. Now that he knows he has all the power, now he knows he has Nicodor's power to them, now he knows that he has the ultimate power over the Kremn Owens, Krateros turns to, I beg you. It went from talking down to Mydei and making him feel less than to please, please, Mydei.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, and concluded in the year 4931. I, Midamos, last king of Castrum
Mydei.
Kremnos, son of Gold.
Look at his face.
Do hereby proclaim.
This is insane. This is so good.
The Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
Huge. Massive. And I support him. I support him 100%.
You have killed us.
Krateros, I need you to understand something. Like, amazing. Because again, I stand behind Mydei with this. Sending your people to die for the sake of a tenant and dying, it means nothing. We're honorable, we fight in wars, we conquer places, we destroy armies. Why? Again, as he said, for your insecurities, for your own pride. Who gives a damn about your pride? I don't. And I wish I could get through the Krateros the moment you stood in front of Trianne like that. That's what you should embody as your pride. That was amazing. That's who you should strive to be. That's the person that people would love. That's the person that I would love. That is who you should strive to be. Not someone who just conquers for the sake of conquering.
You have killed us all.
You believe that now. He saved you.
I am granting you a new
He has saved all of your lives.
What is this?
The Mother's Ring.
My mother's signet ring. It served as a symbol of kingship, and I now imbue it with a fresh significance.
Oh my god, and you could definitely see this scene as like a modern day version of a parallel to dangling Mydei over the Sea of Lost Souls and his mother trying to stop him, but this time around it feels like the Kremnon people were dangling above this. And Mydei basically successfully stopped someone from dropping them into the Sea of Souls. It really feels that way.
Take it, and rally those who have lost their identities. Convey the words of Midamos.
I love how firm he's being, because he needs to be with Krateros. He needs to be firm.
You no longer need to chase fleeting honors or face death on the battlefield as if it were your sole destination. However, you must adapt to fit into the city you once observed with indifferent eyes.
It's one of those things where, like, it's not, I want to say as well, it's not only the people of Kremnan that have to adapt to this place, it's also the people inside here too who have to learn how to treat Kremnans better. We know they've been awful to people in Kremnan. We know they've been bullying the kids of Kremnan as well, of Castrum Kremnos, right? But what Mydei is saying here isn't, he's not saying get rid of your dignity and your pride, get rid of your culture. What Mydei is saying right now is survive, live.
A cruel fate awaits Amphoreus. No matter how illustrious a dynasty may seem, crumbles to rubble and gravel before formidable foes.
Yep. People talk about the fall of Rome all the frickin' time, right?
Yet, you shall tread the only path out. One that leads to a brand new world at its end.
Yes. Mydei is picking survival. He's picking new life.
Why task me with being your messenger? Why not explain all this to them yourself?
I think it's important that you do it. I think the person who has been, no offense, been dropping the idea in their minds for years that Mydei was going to be the one that was going to bring them back to Kremnoa, to Castrum Kremnos.
Because only humans can guide the path to be trodden by humans.
Sorry.
It's not the lot of humans
freaking love it.
Crave the power of gods and spiral into madness for it.
This is what Aglaea said. Mydei doesn't want to lead them as something other than a human. He wants the humans to make that decision for themselves and to lead themselves.
But humans who stand ready to raise their shields high to protect the lives behind them.
He doesn't want to continue the cycle of what happened with Nicodor, of what happened with Europon.
I failed to save that child.
That is irrelevant. As demigods, they have long been prepared for
Oh, he's talking about Trianne. Krateros. Like, it's so crazy that, like, again, it's amazing writing, by the way, having Mydei face to face with Krateros, explaining how, like, he wants these people to survive. Krateros trying to, like, come to terms with this idea, and then Krateros in his head thinking, I failed Trianne. Right? When I think all of us, you guys would agree too, that moment will forever be his greatest moment in this game. That moment will forever be the moment that truly represents him and he would want to represent him. Not the moment of killing people on the battlefield. His moment of standing up and raising a shield to this broken body on the ground. That is who that's who I would want to be remembered as. That's who I would want to be. But he sees as a failure because she died in the end. The reality is, Krateros, that was your best moment. That's the one moment where I was like, I respect this dude so much. Because you weren't just fighting for the sake of fighting. You were holding your shield up to defend somebody else. And that means more than pillaging and conquering.
What truly matters is that you showed up there and shielded
I'm going to die. 110%.
The one who persuaded Aglaea to set me free that night. Was that you, Midamos?
So that's how we got free?
Yes.
She's not one to easily make a concession. What did you offer her?
The core flame, right?
I staked my mother's name to guarantee the integrity of your soul to her. And I promised her that I would dedicate all I have to the flame chase.
Oh my god, because I genuinely thought he was going to leave and fight the Black Tide. When he said, like, oh, I'm going to follow Nicodor's path or whatever, and if you see me again, definitely, kill me. I thought he was gone. I thought he was literally going to Castrum Kremnos to fight the Black Tide. I genuinely thought that.
And what is next, Midamos? Where will you be headed now?
To the place where I belong.
Oh, he is.
To fulfill my
Is he
promise.
actually?
The madness that has plagued Nikedor and the darkness that has consumed Amphoreus.
The Black Tide, so he is he is doing that.
It's now my turn to fight against
Jesus, I know like this is supposed to be like a really huge moment, but do you guys agree that you can't help but be like, please be careful, are you serious? So he is going to do that. What I thought he was going to do is what he's going to do.
There are some people to meet with before I leave. Let's go.
Wait, we're actually bidding for, oh my god, we're going to be saying goodbye to people. I got confused there. I thought he was gonna, but in a way, he is dedicating his life to the flame chase journey because defeating the Black Tide is a part of that, right? 100%. And he took the core flame as well. But I thought for a second he changed his mind. He was gonna like stay and like, because when he said I have to fight the darkness, I was like, oh, he's like, it dawned on me last episode. I was like, oh, he's going to fight the Black Tide, like Nikedor did. So I thought maybe it was wrong. I was wrong.
And what is next, Midamos? Where will you be headed now?
Where will you be headed now? Krateros, I hope you believe in yourself more before the end, because betting on yourself, I think, and believing in yourself and believing in your people is what you did for Trianne. It's more important than any body you've killed. It's more important than any place you've conquered. Because every single person in Amphoreus, if they heard what you did there, even if there was no hope left, the respect they would have for you is astronomical. Legitimately so, and it would be rightful respect. Let's change around our party. As always, Luca, no offense. But we're not gonna not play as Mydei. So, are we gonna get to see Mydei fight the Black Tide? Like, what's happening here? I guess I should just, like, see. But we're gonna be bidding farewell to people because we better get to say goodbye to Fion. You think you're taller than me, but I got prettier muscles and a prettier face. You haven't seen my face, it could be like really cute. Touché. Touché. As leader of Castrum Kremnos and the Kremnan people, I order you. You can't do that. I'm not Kremnoan. I was just gonna order you to take off your helmet. I'm not doing that. Okay. Fair enough. Hey, free Kinder Buenos for anyone who takes off their mask. That's just you doing a voice, isn't it? It was me doing a voice. You're smarter than you look. I like you. I'm gonna make you the president of the United States of Castrum Kremnos. Jesus Christ, he's freaking amazing, isn't he? Look at this. You mean personality, right, Calvin? Mm-hmm. I need to... I'm sorry. I need to get a better look at this picture up here. 1 second. It's a really cute picture. Yeah, it's like two people holding a thing here. It's like, I know what you call it. It's like... Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool, isn't that right, Ariel? Guys, you can... I think... I don't know if you guys can tell, but I feel like subconsciously I was trying to delay the goodbye as much as possible. But I mean everything I said about him looking amazing. But I think subconsciously my brain is trying to, like, stop me from saying goodbye. Where are we going? Probably far away. Yeah, here. Me walking all the way there. This is going to be a big deal. This is going to be a really big deal. But this is masterful, by the way, guys. Like, when I played Penacony, I thought that was going to be, like, the big... I was worried it was going to be one of the situations as well where, like, people also felt like, you know when, like, sometimes in games they go, like, oh, that's the peak and it's never going to get better. But, like, everyone was like, no, wait till you see Amphoreus. And, like, it really is incredible. It's so incredible. And I can't wait for the next world, which I believe is just called Manhattan.
You're here, Midamos. It seems that you are prepared.
I'm not prepared. I'm not.
Yes.
You aided Akama through yet another trying ordeal, and my gratitude knows no bounds.
Man, he fought so hard for this place.
Isn't that exactly what
But
you
I hate the
wanted?
idea that, like, he's not going to be just, like, you know, he should be, like, be here with everyone forever, you know?
Not everything unfolds according to my plan. In the current state of the world, I can only proceed one step at a time. Furthermore, you are ready to dedicate all that you have, regardless of the promise you made to me, aren't you?
I think he's very, very ready.
Throughout my time in the Holy City, I've gleaned valuable lessons from you. Strategy, leadership, and adaptability to change. Yet, it's only recently that I've come to realize the truly remarkable quality you possess.
And what's that?
And what is it?
Yeah, I want to hear this for sure.
It's the magnetic allure in your presence.
True.
It draws people to gather around you willingly, to seek your guidance.
I mean, we said she does have a massive... we talk about her presence a lot, right? But that's such an amazing way to put it, the magnetic allure.
They strive not to disappoint you,
True.
not due to fear of repercussions, but out of sincere alignment with your ideas.
That's the thing, they believe in her. They believe in her.
That is precisely what every ruler of Castrum Kremnos
Oh,
has been missing.
Mydei, that's so amazing. Because every ruler of Castrum Kremnos clearly ruled out of the idea of power and fear until, you know, someone executed them themselves. So to hear him say this about Aglaea and hear that he adapted Aglaea's teachings and her presence to his own ideals of what he wants to happen with Castrum Kremnos is really beautiful. It goes to show Aglaea is like a mother to all.
I am truly honored.
It's
to hear
amazing.
that.
It's such an... I love it. I love it.
And now, Midamos, you have risen as the most powerful
Jesus.
in the world. How do you intend to wield this newfound
He's going to
power?
fight the freaking Black Tide.
I shall see Nikador's aborted mission through to completion and become the strongest bulwark for Amphoreus to defend against the Black Tide.
That means he's literally going to the front lines, right? Because that's what Nikador did.
I will secure enough time for the flame chase journey until you manage to lead everyone to reach the miracle
He's
of
literally
Genesis.
just buying them time. I want him here.
Midamos, a new chapter awaits Amphoreus. Yet, the one who guides the people to the destination need not be you and I.
What do you mean?
Huh. What did you see after assuming Nestia's divinity?
That's an interesting question, isn't it? That's a really quick question because I think everyone sees something when they try to do the core flame trial, right?
Despite the passage of 1,000 years, every word of that prophecy remains as vivid as ever. You shall have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
You should have your final bath in warm and radiant gold.
Just as cryptic as all the other prophecies.
I wonder if it's saying like your final bath will be glorious, will be epic. Maybe teasing the idea of like, you know, some sort of glorious end. Oh, Mydei's smiling as well. Look at him, he's just chuckling.
What's the reason for the laughter?
Oh, imagine if I just went up and gave him a kiss on the cheek.
I was just
Imagine if I did
thinking, if an ordinary person encountered these words, they would probably stay away from the baths for the rest of
Look
their
at this
life.
smile. I'm dying.
But I cannot forgo the delightful experience a bath offers.
That's the thing. It's like I love that she's like. honestly, that's a really cool idea. Like, 'cause that shows that the prophecies are important, but you can't let them, you know, rule your whole life in a way, right?
So, I assume you also glimpsed yours.
Mydei laughing there is so nice to me.
One day, you shall die with a wound in your back.
And remember what he said to Fion. Remember what he said.
Well, that is a rather straightforward scenario.
It's not cryptic, isn't it? It's not cryptic at all. Which is so interesting that he literally nearly like got attacked from the behind in his back by the Flame Reaver, and then Fion was the one to protect him. You know?
If I were to be terrified by drivel with no basis, I would not have attracted your gaze and joined the flame chase journey in the first place.
I guess so.
You speak the truth. May you be destined for a powerful fate.
Oh man.
And may we reunite in the promised new world.
This is like I don't think this feels like talking to your mother saying goodbye. I think this is talking to someone that you look up to, right? And not that you can't look up to your mother, but I think it is genuinely feels more like I know again this is a bad I love using like real world analogies, but like it kind of feels like moving on from a job and you're talking to that one coworker who helped you so much, you know, and you're like, yeah, thank you so much for everything, you know? And they really impacted your life in such a way. And Aglaea knows this, and so does Mydei.
Farewell, Mydei.
Oh, man. That's not the only goodbye, right? Optional bid farewell to Tribbie, Krateros, and the Grand Craftsman. Optional. Optional. Do you know what the word optional means? Honkai Star Rail. Optional. This is like someone like, okay, so which one's this? That's the main one? How do we know which is the main one and which isn't, guys? I'm so worried. How do we know? Oh, can we switch the maps around? How do I know which one? Okay, should I go over here to see who's here? Who was there? See, I don't, there's no, how do I know, what? Is that the Grand Craftsman? Is that not Chartonis? Okay, I'm getting out of here. What do you, like, how? I'm going here. Can I go from here down to here? I wish they would like just like let me go directly to exactly where it is. Are they on this map now? I thought Chartonis was the Grand Craftsman. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I forgot who the Grand Craftsman is.
The King of Kremnos, without the signet ring, but looking more like a king now.
That's such a great way to put it.
No longer the king, Grand Craftsman.
Matters not the title. Surpassed all former kings
Oh.
your achievements have.
That's so lovely.
I will honor your trust and liberate the world from the clutches of fear.
That's so nice to hear.
Nevertheless, I must request that you continue to watch over Fion,
Oh.
Chartonis. I have a feeling that his fate will weigh heavier than all of ours combined.
That's so kind as well from him. So I know like he's thinking about Fion even now, you know?
Keep Fion in mind, I will. Return to your home,
That's so beautiful.
brave king. Together with everyone, I shall remain here. That thunder from Castrum Kremnos, we wait to hear.
It's so amazing. He's so supportive of Mydei. The reason why that's so amazing to me is not only is it us thinking about Fion in this moment, Mydei thinking about Fion in this moment, it's also, to me, a great way of expressing what Mydei's decision has brought here. The fact that he made this decision in the first place, he has no insignia, he's lost all that stuff. But to Chartonis, he's still a better king than we've ever had. The fact that he made this decision in the first place. I'm gonna try and look around for this because it seems like he wasn't even marked on the map. So I'm actually very worried about as to where, like the fact that we can't fast travel around Okema itself is kind of crazy to me. When they want us to do this goodbye, I guess we just have to wander around everywhere, right? Like I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm missing something, but they should have marked it. They should have marked it on the map. Hi everyone, it's Calvin for the future, and I just wanted to say that I think my critique here, it's not really much of a critique. I was just like, man, these guys are insane for not putting markers on Castris or Chartonis or Tribbie, but I actually think that they did. But since I did it in reverse order, and I thought that maybe the markers meant that I was advancing the story in some way, because I was kind of scared, I'll be honest. I didn't want to advance the story. I've done that before by accident. But yeah, it's one of those things where I admitted later, but just to let you guys know, I was wrong about this. I think so anyway. I think what would have happened if I talked to... I think if I went to the marker first, that seemed to be the optional one. Again, I wasn't sure which was the optional one. That made sense that would be the optional one. I think if I went to the marker first, it would have then moved the marker to Castris and their Chartonis. It's my bad. Sometimes you make a mistake like this, but it's 100% my bad. Like, we're saying goodbye here for Mydei, you know? And I think I have an idea of where some characters could be, but they didn't mark Chartonis on the map. This is where we started this whole journey, by the way. They didn't mark Chartonis on the map, which means that Tribbie could be anywhere. And it doesn't say Fion, which I'm assuming Fion's going to be like the last goodbye, right? 100%. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it's an oversight not to just mark it on the map who it is, in my opinion. Hot take. Where's here? Like, legitimately, I feel like this is a big oversight. Now, they're not here, so I'm assuming they're in the other part of the world. Yeah. Now, someone might point out, Calvin, that you can see them just by doing this. But, I don't know, man. I feel like they should just, like... either that or put up a big notice saying, do you want to say goodbye to these characters? Because I know there's still like 2 locations we can go to here, right? There's the location here. And maybe once we go here, they will be marked on the map. Right? But I'm just worried about, like, if we go here... That's saying goodbye. Right? But there's also the pool in there as well. Where would Tribbie be? I hope you guys understand why it's confusing. Right? I hope you understand why it's confusing, because again, while like I know that's Don and Hong and their room, that doesn't change the fact that like there's also the way to get to like the other area that Castris sometimes hangs around in. You know? Let's just go for a wander then, I guess. And again, you as I said, if you guys point out maybe some way I'm able to find out where they actually are, I'm so grateful. But like, I feel like if you're doing an optional thing, it should just show it on the map. And the fact you can't just travel to the specific locations. Sorry for being a bit like off about this. I just really feel like that's something they should do. You know? Just mark it. You know? I'm not playing games about Castris and Tribbie. You know what I mean? I don't want to play games about finding these characters, because Chartonis wasn't marked on the map. Like, see, she's over here. You see what I mean? Honkai, you're evil. That's evil. What are we doing? Like, seriously, come on. That's evil.
Lord Mydei.
I'll be embracing my destiny before you do.
And they were all school buddies as well. They were all school buddies.
Can you feel Thanatos right now?
Interesting question to ask first, right?
I don't feel them at all, regrettably. You have been painstakingly seeking that Titan for so long. But have you ever considered reaching out to me for help?
Mydei's voice is softened. It's like almost as his mind has become more clear, right?
You mean...
Death refused to ferry me. If you were to send me to the Netherrealm, I may uncover clues along the way back.
He's basically saying I can help you, like, figure out where this Titan is.
I would never do that, Lord Mydei.
True.
Death is not a game.
Yeah, they don't want to play around with that stuff.
You're right. That may very well be the reason why my people have struggled for millennia. They underestimated the significance of death.
And that's the thing. It's because he comes from a culture where death is such an important, like, is actually a big thing for them. It is going to take some time to readjust, and I love that they're showing this between the two of them. Like, it's going to take some time to readjust to the idea of, like, how death is not a game. And I think talking to Casters before he goes, putting his life on the line, is also a great thing.
So, are you returning home alone?
I don't want him to return at all.
Mydei?
Returning home, you say? Maybe. At this moment, Castrum Kremnos is not just my birthplace, but also my fated destination. Work harder, Casterus.
Whoa.
Go and do what you have to do, so that the trials we have endured may have meaning.
I will, Lord Mydei.
It's such a it's a very serious. It seems like on the surface a very serious and very clinical conversation, but it's actually very loving in my eyes.
May we reunite on the other side.
Oh,
where the warm west.
That's a school buddy. You know, that's a school buddy. The reason I say that conversation is very loving, by the way, is because whilst it seems very clinical, you do this, do your job, and you do good, and you do that. It's the two of them kind of like, you know, I think in a way, supporting each other in the most Mydei and Casterus way they can. Mydei basically saying to her, like, I can help you if you want, but also, like, you know, work hard, and you will get where you need to be, you know? You will accomplish what you want to accomplish. And then the other side of things, you have Casterus basically telling him in no uncertain terms, don't die. You know what I mean? Like, death is not something to be trifled with, and he acknowledges, like, yeah, it's taken me a while, but I realize, like, that's not the way death really works. And while, like, he still probably, like, has a different idea of death to Casterus, I interpret it as her, you know, saying death is not a game, and maybe we meet again as, like, a way of saying, hey, do not die out there. Let's hope we can meet again. So I know people are saying maybe she meant the afterlife, but still, it's it felt very supportive and loving to me rather than clinical. Okay, where's Tribbie? Where's Tribbie? She's gonna, you know what? Knowing this game, she's gonna be like under the bridge here, you know. See you later, Mydei. Just like in the distance, knowing this game. Knowing this game, she's gonna be the Grove. She usually hangs around up here, right? But or is that was Trinnon? Trinnon usually hangs out here, but maybe that's a way to find Trianne. Maybe she'd be up where there's two locations here, so but I'm wondering if they just take us to the exact same place. I'm not leaving until we find Tribbie, by the way. It's not happening. I say that, but we might have to if, like, it's one of those situations where we literally can't find them. Yeah, because there's two ways of looking at it, but I think they're both leading to the main place, because Casterus didn't have a thing, you know? Maybe if we go to where Aglaea was, maybe? Do you think we might find her up there? Maybe around here, maybe? She sometimes hangs around here, right? And she's so little, it's gonna be hard to find her. She's so small. It's gonna be hard to find her. She's so small. Where is Tribbie? Tribbie, come out of hiding. Tribbie. I have a hunch that she could be like, she's usually sometimes with Aglaea, right? So let's just check. But we were just up here. We started here. Look at the bubbles. We started our journey here. Yeah, she's not here. Okay. The only reason I thought she might be here is because, like, sometimes she's literally hanging out here with Aglaea. Where else could she be? Where does she usually hang out? Like, I think... Okay, so they're in the distance here, so maybe... Wait, hold on a second. The Vortex of Genesis? Because maybe they're in the Vortex of Genesis. I'm worried that if we open this door, we might... But I'm thinking that's one of the places we didn't look, right? Can I go here? Oh, you can't... Oh, so where could she be? Where is Tribbie? Should we try go to the other location? And see if that's what it is? Because now I'm thinking it could... Like, Tribbie might be over here and I just didn't see her. Because why would they give us this location here like this? Oh. Hello. Oh no, that's... Wait. That's Tribbie, right? Or is that Trianne's... What? I know that's probably just her placement on the map usually. What's this?
Is Lady Tribbie?
There we go. Okay, so she's the only one that's marked on the map.
Lord Mydei.
Hyacinth.
Hyacinth. So you are the physician Krateros spoke of. It's no wonder then that he was pulled back from the brink of death.
Oh my god.
You have my gratitude.
Doesn't Mydei's voice sound even softer than before?
I can take that as a compliment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
I've heard about what happened at the Grove. I'm deeply sorry for your
Mydei
loss.
just seems like a king now, doesn't he? Even though he's renouncing it. But like as Chertana said, he's like more fit to be a king than Europon ever was.
I've heard far too much about death and grief recently. To quote Lady Tribbie, we should all focus on tomorrow, shouldn't we?
I agree. I understand we have to like, you know, mourn the death as well, but like there's been so much suffering, right? So much.
That's a valid point. You've always been the most optimistic one among us.
Well,
I love he acknowledges that as well.
It feels quite incredible to see a new demigod standing right before me.
You should prepare yourself as well. Humanity has already taken hold of strife, and one day it will also reach the sky.
Do you hear his voice? It's like so comfortable with his decision almost, right? It feels like he is way more comfortable than he ever was before. It feels like a lot of the torment and turmoil in his brain, which probably is still there, but a lot of it like is unclouded, and he feels like he's like talking in like full-on banter conversations now, you know?
Do you really believe I can do it? Even my ancestor, that hero of legends, couldn't conquer the core flame of Aquila.
Given your good rapport with the demigods, you should know that the path to assuming
Oh my god,
divinity
Mydei
is never limited to swords
I mean,
and spears.
we know he's always been a sweetheart, but you guys get the vibe too. He's like way more open now. He's like way more comfortable now. This is so lovely.
You've always been so perceptive, Lord Mydei.
Lovely.
Rest assured, if fate has truly selected me, I'll be ready.
I love that he says it's not all just about like sword and spear. There's so many different things that you can bring to the table as like a person on this flame chase journey, right?
Right. You are here looking for Lady Tribbie and Lady Trinnon, no? They're not around at the moment. Is there a message you'd like me to pass on to them?
So now I'm wondering, is there a possibility here that if we went to this place first, the other ones will be marked, and I'm gonna feel like an idiot? There's a possibility of that. There's 100% is. Yeah, and if that's the case, 100% like call me out and say, Calvin, you're wrong with this, because I'm totally okay with being wrong with that. It'll make me feel even better, actually. You know what I mean?
No need. I've already bid farewell to Aglaea. Meeting with the Oracle is simply a matter of courtesy.
You've bid farewell?
Oh, does she not know?
I'm heading back to Castrum Kremnos to fight against the Black Tide.
No.
In all likelihood, I will never again return.
Never say this. Never say this.
Oh.
On second thought, there is something that I'd like you to help me convey to them.
Okay.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure to convey every single word.
Tell them that there is no longer a need to send scouts behind enemy lines. With a single message,
Oh my god.
the Lance of Fury will target anyone who dares oppose Akuma.
Oh my god, he's basically saying he's going to be the Lance. He's going to protect. He is going to protect Okema now from the front lines. So beautiful. What a beautiful sentiment there. Not only like with his reassurance of Hyacinth, but also him just basically saying like the message he wants to convey to everybody is that this is his part of the Flame Chase journey. I will be the front line. I will make sure everyone here is safe. I will make sure no harm comes to you and you don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. It actually is like incredibly beautiful. And then of course like Hyacinth's so small, guys. It's hilarious. Look at this. It's actually hilarious. But it makes sense that Tribbie and Trinnon probably don't want to meet with people a lot now, right? For sure. It makes sense.
I'm all ears, Lord Mighty. I'll make sure...
Yeah. I'm guessing that if you went to this one first, it then activates the other markers. That's what I'm thinking. Which, if that's the case, I want to say that... first of all, I apologize to Honkai Star Rail. I was wrong. And sometimes we get stuff wrong. And in the moment, obviously, I thought to myself, like, oh, I think you guys understand my fear of missing something. I've done it before. So I'm not going to apologize for that, but I definitely want to apologize to Honkai Star Rail because that seems to be the case. And there's no point in being stubborn about that. It's if I was wrong about the mechanic, I was wrong about the mechanic. It's end of. There's no way of going around that. I was wrong. And I think that's the case. And now Trianne is gone. And I wonder if it was just a glitch. She wasn't even supposed to be there at that time, 100%. So now we have to bid farewell to Trailblazer and Danhong. I guess like maybe the goodbye to Fion is not what we think it is, I guess. You know what I mean? Maybe we already had a goodbye to Fion. Maybe that's the way he sees it. Possibly. Who knows? Okay. So I wonder if this is going to be we're gonna get to say goodbye to Fion after this, is what I'm thinking. Right?
Mighty?
Outlanders? No.
Oh.
Trailblazers. I will soon make my way to Castrum Kremnos.
That hits. I did not expect it to hit that hard. What an acknowledgement. No longer saying Outlanders. You're Trailblazers.
If all goes according to plan, this may be our final meeting.
You stop saying that. How about that?
I just want to let you know that I appreciate everything you have done for
Almighty. Midamos, I'm telling you this right now. That is... It hits my heart so hard.
Reflecting on the past and moving forward to the future. A challenge I faced as well. Though we never had a chance for a deep conversation, after all we've experienced together, you are also an ally.
Oh, this game wants to kill me. Like, this acknowledgement of each other is so important, and it's so beautiful.
That means a lot to me. May success accompany your trailblazing wherever it leads.
Where we started with him, and he was almost like being dismissive of us when we started, and now he's like, he feels honored to be a friend of the Trailblazers, and he no longer calls them Outlanders. Huge.
How about you let me guess what's on your mind?
I guess she will say something inspiring. I guess she will say something sentimental. I guess she will say something nonsensical, maybe for Stelle.
Are you going to say something insane again, Trailblazer?
Oh, look at her face, though.
What are we going to do without
Stelle. Poor Stelle. Oh my god, the main character just started crying, and this shows how much of a gremlin she is when we're not around, by the way. The fact that the main character just started crying in front of Mydei, and his answer is...
Just smile if you don't know how to respond.
See what I mean? That's how much of a freaking gremlin she is. The main character just started crying. You know? What we do without Stelle, honestly, right?
Now that I bear the divine within me, I can get the vague feeling that you have a great significance for the future of Amphoreus.
I mean, that's a pretty... at this stage, I think it's a pretty accurate feeling.
With this departure, fear that I will never again return. Can I entrust you both to watch my back? And to continue supporting the Flame Chase journey in my absence?
Rest assured. We'll do everything we can.
And this is so beautiful, him trusting us to this as well. And I think that's one big thing that we'd have to talk about too, Mydei's trust in the people he's leaving behind. That's a huge thing for his character as someone who, I think for a while, you know, was very competitive and wanted to do stuff himself and saw things his way. We first met him, he was like talking down to Fion about like, you know, the way he was doing things and compared to his. For him to like to put his trust in everyone here on Okema is huge. And to acknowledge that he has that trust in everybody.
You have my gratitude. Then.
Hold on.
Hold on?
Yes.
Let's at least snap a photo together to capture this moment. Shall we?
Sure. That sounds amazing.
Sure. Let's do it.
I think it sounds amazing. Oh my god. And I think that's one thing that they portray Stelle in a really great way is that yes, she is kind of funny, yes, she is a gremlin, but also like she has these really sentimental moments too. Look at this. Look at Mydei. Look at this beautiful photo, by the way. Are you guys looking this way? Okay. Just 3 pretty people, you know? Just 3 pretty people.
Looks pretty good. What do you think, Mydei?
Well, feels peculiar, I suppose. I'm not talking about your photographic skills.
Huge.
It's just that I rarely take photos.
This is again the character growth of Mydei, right? The fact that he is softened and his mind is clear and all this stuff too, that he's like, he is that guy you know who is so insular and so like, not insular, insular makes it sound like he doesn't hear other people's opinions, but he's so like to himself. That like when he does get to this moment where it's like hey George, we're gonna go down to the quarry today, you wanna go? No, I'm fine, I'm just gonna stay here. Hey George, we're gonna go to this day, you wanna go? No, I'm fine, I'm just gonna do this thing. And then like when it's time finally to say goodbye, like this moment with Mydei happens where it's like, do you want to take a picture? And instead of being like, he goes, sure. Like it's such a small thing, but it's such a big thing at the same time too in terms of character growth.
But this one, it's pretty good.
Oh, it's really good. The way you said that too.
I never fail to impress.
Hell yeah, Stelle.
I'm glad you like it. Make sure not to leave any regrets behind.
110. 110.
I wish the same for you during your time in Amphoreus.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful conversation with Mydei because he's never been a bad person, never. But I do think he's opened up more and more ever since we've gotten here, 110%. And I think that probably is the pressure's off him. He knows what he wants to do. He's so aware of what he wants to do. What's happening now? Of freaking course. Of course. Of course. We're not going to talk to them again because they seem to have the same dialogue as they always do. But yeah, the conversation with Stelle and Don Hung was huge to me because it was, again, just a showing of small, like, it's not like this massive, like, gigantic, like, everything has changed type of growth. Because everything has changed in Mydei, but it does feel like he's able to open up a bit more. He's more comfortable now. He's having, like, you can even hear his voice has a smile in it now, right? It has a little bit of a chuckle in it now. You can hear that in someone's voice when their eyes are widened, when they have a different facial expression. You can hear it in his voice now. And it's beautiful. This is going to be the big one.
The prince is here! Run!
Oh my god.
Hold on! Lord Midamos isn't the prince anymore. He's now the guardian of Amphoreus.
Oh, what a big title change, right?
What's going on?
Do they know something's happening or what's... Wait. Why would they run away from Mydei? Why do I think that Fion has something planned? Right? It changed to bid farewell to Okema. But what if he has something planned? If he does, I'm gonna die.
The guardian of Amphoreus.
Wait, why did they just... Wait. Wait. Was everyone always lined up in this way? They're facing the middle. Right? Am I wrong? They're looking directly at the middle passage here. No way. No way. Oh.
We salute you.
Will always be yours.
This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful.
Farewell, savior of Kremnos.
Oh. He truly does deserve this, though. He really
It's been
does.
a while, Guardian.
Oh my god, that's so beautiful. That's what he had fucking planned.
I should have known you were the mastermind behind
Yeah,
this.
it definitely seemed like, a surprise birthday party feel to it. That's so beautiful.
Hey, don't go pointing fingers without cause. I swear I'm innocent.
Wait, he
this
didn't
time.
plan it?
See those kids over there? They're the ones who brought everyone together.
Oh. They looked up to Mydei so much. We saw that before, There is people.
I admit, that took me by surprise.
I feel like I've cried too much this episode. I really feel like they need to give me a break.
Were you seriously just going to sneak off without a word with me?
I don't think so.
Well, I was actually on my way to bid farewell to you, but ended up running into this.
Even just what I'm talking about, you hear his voice, how he sounds like more cheerful, how he sounds like he's having more fun. That usually comes with a clear mind,
Oh, that's quite an honor, I suppose.
You know what's so funny is like, I was thinking to myself, there's no way we're not going to see him again, but at least for a long time, we said goodbye to Adventurine in Act 2 of in Penacony.
We better not leave them waiting too long.
You know what I mean?
Don't you think?
The road to Castrum Kremnos from here is long.
Like, it's not out of the ordinary for Honkai Star Rail to actually have someone leave for a long time.
Perhaps it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a moment and etch their faces in my memory.
Is this
one last time.
So beautiful, but so sad. Come over here,
I
Mydei.
see more than just the Kremn Owens here.
You're now the guardian of Amphoreus, after all.
This is where we entered here as well. But I don't know if I can take it.
I'm thinking maybe it's about time the god of strife gets a new name. How about the god of solidarity or preservation?
Oh.
Dong Hung mentioned that one to me.
Preservation.
I recommend that you steer clear from any situation that calls for naming things.
I suppose strife still fits you better.
This is like the most, like, it's like when, your closest confidant is the one to walk you to the station,
All right. It's about time for us to part ways.
I'm not ready.
Any final goodbyes you want to share? This might be your last chance.
I'm really not ready.
Why so quiet? I thought divinity would wash away some of your sentiments.
Do you truly feel as carefree as you seem? Or is this just a facade you wear?
Interesting question, right before he leaves. Are you this happy? And I don't agree. I don't think he is this carefree.
You know what? You sound just like Aglaea at this moment. But you're not off the mark. I just thought that putting on a nonchalant front for this occasion might help us preserve some dignity.
No, cry with me. To you, cry with me. Please. Please.
I can see through your deception. even without the power of mind reading.
Oh.
Am I really that terrible at controlling my facial expressions? Well, with that said, thank you for aiding me in defeating my archenemy, Midamos.
It's so crazy that all this emotions and all this stuff that's happened into it. I haven't even thought about how they defeated the Flame Reaver in that way. I haven't even thought about it.
No need to thank me. This triumph brings no delight, nor does it signify closure. You understand that more than me.
Oh,
indeed.
No.
In the end, I still haven't unraveled the mystery behind that black-robed swordmaster. And I can't even ascertain their demise.
That's the thing. It's like understanding what happened there.
Maybe I've never managed to cut off my destiny.
But that matters not. Pain may be cured, but scars remain.
Yes.
This should not be effaced. Even with the divine might of Ornyx, you cannot stop the past from leaving its marks in our blind spots.
He's being so open, and this is such a beautiful thing to say to Fion as well.
Can you genuinely let go of everything as soon as that swordmaster is dead? That's impossible. Revenge is merely an obligation that must be carried out, and no one can find mental fulfillment through it.
You're right.
I love them so much. Look forward. Chew up and swallow your past. And make sure emptiness and bitterness are not the only flavors you know.
Oh my freaking god. Oh. He's saying, like, even though that you're on this quest for revenge and this quest for knowledge, please don't let it make you bitter. Please don't let it make you empty. He wants Fion to live a good life, just as Fion wants him to live a good life.
Remember that there is a whole world behind you waiting to be saved.
Oh my god, what the They need you. That's the journey Fion's been on as well.
I'll keep that in mind.
I have a final favor to ask. Please look after the Kremnan warriors in my absence.
I need them to stop.
They will undoubtedly face challenges while assimilating into Akama. It is my sole regret that I cannot stand by them during this time.
Yeah. But you're doing what's best for them as well.
Do not worry. Leave it to me. And, while I'm at it, I'm going to find out if the Kremnoan language is really missing that many words.
Oh, the chuckle.
The Kremnoan philosophy can never be encapsulated in a mere dictionary. But if there's a chance in the next life, you should come visit my library.
I need them to stop. I really need them to stop. Come visit my library. You have one chance to say goodbye to him as well, Krateros.
I'll be on my way, Deliverer.
Deliverer.
Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Oh my... I didn't know this was gonna hurt this much. I didn't know this was gonna hurt this much.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily.
Just a simple nod.
May triumph always be yours, Midamos.
What a freaking duo. I have to record 2 other videos after this. Oh, that's his exit is just walking away.
Oh, Right.
Wait.
One last question.
What?
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
What's the question?
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Wait, what?
Well,
two of them are literally walking in separate directions out. Look at this way this is directed. They're literally walking in two separate directions. Who knows? You, Honkai, I don't know what is happening right now, but you need to understand you don't put scenes right after like this. You don't do this. Wait, Mydei's laughing like this? Is this when he's younger?
Get up, my son. You showed great courage in today's training. Let's wrap it up for now.
So this is him talking about his mother as well. Like, I'm sorry I sound like I was scolding Honkai Star Rail, but they have a habit of doing the most emotional scene you've ever seen, and then they go, what about 2 more scenes? You know what I mean? They have a habit of not letting things rest sometimes.
Yes, Mother. Mother, there's something I want to ask
Baby
you.
Mydei's voice is crazy.
What is it, Midamos?
Why must we learn to fight?
What a question. What a freaking question.
It is for glory and honor, my son. For Kremn Owens, mastery of swords and spears is ingrained from birth, and the battlefield is our destined end.
Is that really
the way it is, Mother?
Whoa. The transition with the voices. To him asking this question when he's older as well.
What makes you say so?
Because you don't sound entirely sure.
It's almost like he's reminiscing and asking the same question again, right?
You're right, Midamos. I once believed those words, without question. Until your father cast you into the Sea of Souls. It was at that moment I realized how everything I believed in was utterly hollow.
Yeah.
Perhaps the spirit of Kremnos had once existed. But as greed bloomed in the hearts of humanity over the years, such spirit had long faded alongside our glory.
She thinks the spirit of Krateros is gone now.
I no longer put my faith in any oath or doctrine. Now I have just one role. That of your mother, Midamos.
Oh.
Your guardian.
I'm not. The significance isn't lost on me that Mydei is alone in this picture now.
That dream always ends there. The journey back to Castrum Kremnos is proving to be longer
worries me
than expected.
that they're not ending here. I worry that something else will happen.
Krateros said that shortly after my fall into the sea, my mother challenged my father to a duel. She died through father's treachery.
Yeah, so that's just a vision he had.
I never saw her face. Yet each night she would show up, waiting by the flickering firelight. I always anticipated the sequel to that dream, believing she had more words of wisdom or guidance
Imagine
to
every
offer.
time you have the dream, you're just hoping that it continues, right? Imagine like thinking that in your mind as well.
But now, I think I finally come to understand. That is all she wished to tell me. And now, I too am left with but one role.
Yeah. Look at this place as well. He is alone in his role now. It's no longer about the oath of Kremnos. It's no longer about the doctrine. He has a different role now. Are you on? What? You can't make me do this.
It is time for this journey to reach
Honkai
its
Star Rail,
end.
like, this is beautiful. It's stunning. Literally a walk home. What? Oh my god. I need them to stop.
Midamos is back.
Oh. This music is this is stunning. This is so beautiful. This is epic in every sense of the word. He's returning home alone, but
We've got
it's
fresh
for the
pomegranate
Kremnan
juice.
people.
Want to try some?
Welcome back.
Wait, a Bastion? Wait. Oh. I need them to stop.
We meet again, Your Highness.
What the hell? This is intense.
How was your training?
Ooh, say, come and check out what I just wrote.
Look at this.
You're looking well.
Midamos, did you just come back from training?
Guys, I'm in awe. I'm literally in awe of like what they've been doing here with this.
May Nikador defend you.
Be honest. Like it's so impressive. It's so incredible, but
It's been a while.
I'm gonna beat you at the festival.
like look at the swords here as well.
Welcome home, Midamos.
Wait, can you hear this right now?
Have you found something deserving of your protection as well?
Oh. As soon as she says that, the music rises. So I don't know if that was intentional, but it's so beautiful. What's happening? Holy... They are making this important as heck. I thought it was just going to be a stroll away. No, this is way more than I thought it was going to be.
The son of Gorgo will be drowned in blood.
Holy freaking hell.
Gorgo will be drowned in blood.
No way. No way. What is that? That's a throne. It's a seat. No. Oh my frick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, and the Black Tide's already here?
I'm home.
Oh. I'm... Year 43931, the light calendar, month of bounds, Nikador, the strike tide, Lance of Fury fell. Midamos, king of Kremn, was trying to over the trial, and a new god was born. On that day, the Kremnan dynasty, which had lasted for 1,000 years, came to an end. Did you see him sit on the throne? Grand. What are you... You need to understand... Oh,
We smell sunlight.
what is
and the
wrong
wind
with...
of
What is
Aqua.
wrong with this game? What is wrong with them? What the hell is wrong with them? Who did you just had some of the most emotional scenes ever? One of the most, like... And you're gonna do this to me as well? I don't think I'm gonna be able to survive this. I want to make it clear here, by the way, guys. I want to make it clear. I'm not bored. I don't think this is bad. I don't think this is terrible writing. Any of this. I think this game is intentionally throwing at you the most heaviest of emotions one after another. And I hope it never sounds like I'm saying like this is stupid. I'm saying that Honkai Star Rail loves to just like kill you with this stuff. They love to. The way I'm playing the game, the pacing is perfect. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to feel these intense emotions. That scene with Mydei of him standing on the throne, comparing the idea of finding what he wanted to protect to what his mother found what she wanted to protect is such a beautiful thing. It's so beautiful. And now we have this as well. Like, you are insane, Honkai Star Rail. And now, is this like a funeral?
This was your favorite spot, wasn't it, Trianne?
Oh my freaking god. Jesus Christ. Twisting the knife several times here.
Lady Trianne, why did it have to end up like this?
Take it easy, Cass. Departure is a part of life. It's just that ours isn't as tumultuous as it is for ordinary folks.
It's absolutely like I think the post discussion is gonna suck, guys, and I'm sorry. Like I'm feeling my head is like burning right now. It's like it's crazy what they've done with this episode. It's again, it's amazing, it's incredible. But I am destroyed. This music is gorgeous as well. I feel like I'm dehydrated.
When we started our journey, Yanis had already provided their prophecy. Just like how that Titan divided themselves to create the countless passages in the world.
Oh.
It's only natural for us to follow the same path since we inherited their destiny.
Yeah, but it still sucks. It still sucks so bad.
If you don't mind, Tribbie, are you still willing to unveil that past for us? The past regarding the prophecy?
Oh, yeah, they were going to showcase everything right for Krateros at the time. It's honestly makes it even more heartbreaking that Tribbie and Trinnon are the ones who are like being the most like forward thinking about this. It actually hurts even more for some reason.
What do you seek to learn, Snowy?
You see what I mean? Like they're like it's almost more heartbreaking that they're being so forward thinking. And not forward thinking, but like they're being so like calm about this, you know?
Midamos has left the city to face his own fate.
In an incredible cutscene we just saw.
That is the fate of every demigod. We will all eventually let go of our past to follow the same path as his. So, what I want to know is, as Amphoreus' first demigod, what compelled you to take the first step on this journey?
It's a good question, isn't it? I feel like this might motivate everyone else as well.
And what has sustained you to make it this far without looking back? Despite the fracturing of your body and the numerous departures you have endured.
This music is so gorgeous. It's so pretty.
All right.
Teacher, are you sure about this?
Aglaea's not too sure about giving this information out.
D is already doing what he has to do. What reason do we have to keep it from them? Let's go, everyone. Let's go to the abyss of fate and see how it used to be.
These two, ma'am, time to work, count me in. These two are incredible. Like, I hope you understand when I say them being calm makes it sad, more sad is because like this is a moment where you would expect them to be, and they probably were behind closed doors, bawling their eyes out. But like the duty that people feel in Amphoreus, I think even comes to the point of them feeling like they have to like be this kind of calm as well in the situation.
That's great. Thank you.
I adore you too.
Trinnon, would you mind?
Tribbie, are you not coming with us?
I want to stay here with Trianne for a bit longer.
Everything hurts. Every single freaking line in this episode just freaking hurts. One after another. Everything hurts.
I see.
Oh my god.
We'll be off then. Take care.
Since you have made your decision, then let's proceed as you wish. See you later, teacher.
Because I think this is I think they show more emotions behind closed doors, I really think they do. Cassius, are you okay?
Cass, are you not going with them?
Cass.
No. I'd prefer to remain here to accompany Lady Trianne.
Oh.
She hated being alone.
Oh my god, why is this game so hell-bent on hurting me so...
What's this?
Wait, what is...
A little gift that I had hoped to deliver to her personally. Though fate had other plans.
It's the freaking... the jewel we bought.
Oh. So, you saw us arguing that day?
Yes.
Oh.
I figured Lady Trianne would like it a lot, so I bought it.
I can't anymore, I can't.
I see.
I can't do this anymore.
Yes. You know, I recognized it immediately that day.
Oh.
It truly is an authentic piece from Yanisopoulos.
Please. So this whole time she knew it was real.
Then why?
It's just that Trianne had forgotten far more things than I.
Oh.
For example, she forgot that this glass object meant something unfortunate according to the traditions of our homeland.
Oh, so she only knew it was a part of their homeland. She didn't know it was bad.
I'm sorry, Lady Tribbie. Should I...
That's so heartbreaking. That's how much she was fading away. She remembered the object but didn't remember what it meant.
No need to apologize, Cass. At that time, I simply didn't want her to be trapped by our past, especially considering how much time had passed since we left home. But now... it might just be the perfect gift for Trianne.
That's so beautiful what Krateros did here.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle.
That's the prophecy, right?
While you and I have long accepted this absurd fate, they remain fresh and inexperienced. Teacher, don't let the weight of that cruel prophecy crush their spines.
What was she saying about Trianne and Trinnon, right?
But it would be even more cruel if we allow them to ignorantly fall before the gates of the new world.
I think this is the cruelest episode I've ever had of Honkai Star Rail.
They will eventually need to know the truth. We just need the right opportunity. This, to me, feels like the right opportunity.
So, this is how the Temple of the Three Fates looked back in the day.
I feel so in bits. I want to make it clear here. I want to make it perfectly clear here. It's not because the game is poorly paced. I just think the direction of this is like a freaking beautiful movie. It's incredible. Like, it's absolutely incredible. The dialogue, the way that every scene flows into another. But I'm saying emotionally, it's one of those times where I would pause the movie and be like, oh, I need a second. Now, you know, people might be like, how you pause the movie? Of course, everyone pauses a movie when you're watching it at home or something. But like, I need a second. Again, it's not about the pacing of the actual story. It's not, because I will stand by it that the way they've done Amphoreus so far has been Incredible.
At this point, Anaxagoras still resides under Aquila's protection, yet it is already fated for decline, and only contains a beautiful facade.
Is it because Amphoreus has entered Arabellica?
Arabellica?
Yes. Strife remains distant from this part of Amphoreus right now, but in 5 years' time, at the same entry hour, this temple will become the source of another war.
Okay.
Then, where are you at this time?
Right over there.
What?
Why does she look somewhat different?
Yeah, she's all like crystallized.
It's because we don't quite recall how we used to look.
Oh, the memories as well, right? Like the same thing where Tribbie obviously remembers more than the two of them, I'm guessing.
Oh, my apologies.
Please don't. We should be the ones apologizing. Come, everyone. It's time to witness our last conversation with Orynyx.
Whoa, they're just going right into it. So this is literally the last conversation. I say, guys, I apologize. It's just I'm so emotional right now. I won't be able to really like ascertain everything, but like it will be one of those things where I definitely will watch everything back afterwards as well.
You're here, Orynyx.
And this is Tribbios. Wait, I can understand Titan language now? It does sound very mature, right?
This is our memory, so your senses are also aligned with the Tribbios of that
Oh,
moment.
okay. You still consume yourself with that false prophecy.
False prophecy, huh? So you still think that way?
So Orynyx was like, you're wrong about this. By the way, this is the beauty. We've been here before, but obviously in the more broken down version of, say, this place. This is where Trianne died, basically. Even if Capelli had fallen, they would never guide humans to kill their own comrades. Whoa, Orynyx is really... Like, stop while you still can, Tribbie. Spreading the prophecy will only kill the disaster. The disaster will tear you into 1,000 pieces. They were really against this.
But the black tide has already arrived, and Yanis remains in slumber. If even the god of passages, known for guiding mortals, cannot resist this catastrophe, then what can we do against the incoming destruction?
You can hear the worry in her voice as well. Do not get involved with the core flames. You do that, you can still remain chosen by fate. So Orynyx is like begging them not to do this.
Those chosen by fate would never have their family taken from them. And how can I alone remain safe and secure while watching the entire world crumble before my eyes?
And that's a really hard thing to think about, isn't it? The idea of feeling safe while everyone else around you is in pain.
This might be our last conversation, Orynyx. I will do everything I can to protect you from the black tide.
And I believe every single word. See, she was begging her not to do this.
The family she just mentioned.
Her mother?
It's our mother.
Yeah.
She fell from the spot into the valley a long time ago.
Is that the same as Trianne though?
It was during a grand
No
ceremony
way.
held to seek Yanis's guidance. But things took an unexpected turn. It was Kefali who responded instead.
Interesting.
Did something go wrong with the ceremony?
Yes, but those two occurrences were in fact unrelated. Kefali's response was simply a coincidence.
It's crazy that stuff like that can be left up to coincidence, right?
On that frosty night, with treachery abound, as the holy maiden of Yanisopolis met her demise, the world-bearing Titan also fell in another corner of the world. Let's keep up with her. This story... she should be the one to tell it.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what this is going to be, 100%.
That thing ahead.
But we are going to end the episode here.
It's the altar of Talantin. But that's not our destination.
Look at this.
We're heading to the left.
Seeing Ornyx like
This
this.
place used to be passable.
Seeing Ornyx like this when now we used to see Ornyx as just like this chasm. This place, used to not be even able to see this. It used to just be like black towering crags and mountains in the distance. But this is epic in stature. Yeah, we're gonna end the episode here, guys. Reason being, pretty much, is like, whilst like again, I want to make clear because I think that like when I'm saying like I can't take much more of this. It can seem like a criticism of pacing. Because in the past, I have talked about Honkai Star Rail does do this stuff sometimes, and I feel like they do this stuff sometimes, where, and you guys know I've acknowledged in the past, where Honkai Star Rail will give you this big emotional moment, like they did with Aventurine, and then they bring you into a scene that's so super important. And I think that's one thing that can be critiqued 100%, where it's like, remember when Aventurine's big moment happened, then they introduced Boot Hill, which is a great introduction was the introduction of Boot Hill. But the reason at the time where I was like, oh, like, you're doing this now is because it's harder to retain information, I think, after you've had, like, so much emotional things happen. But, I think that this was an intentional thing they did this time up until this point, because this was meant to be draining. This was meant to be emotionally devastating, at times uplifting. This was meant to show you the weight of the flame chase journey. And I think one of the only ways a player can truly understand this is to put them through an emotional roller coaster consistently. I just think I want to make clear it's not that it was long. It was 3 hours, so it's not like it's like that big of a deal where I'm gonna be like, oh my god, 3 hours. I just want to make it clear. I don't think the pacing was bad of this. Do I think sometimes Honkai Star Rail does that thing where they have this big emotional scene, then they go, let's have a conversation about some lore, and you're like, okay, or let's have a new introduction of character. They do that sometimes. But I'm not going to sit here and insult or criticize in that way. Because to me, it's like, if I'm crying my eyes out and I'm emotionally connected to a story, it worked. It worked. So even if like I'm like begging them to give me like a break, how can I argue that it didn't work if I'm sitting here in tears and hanging on every single phrase and every single sentence is making me emotional? I think the intention was to emotionally drain you here. I think the intention was to make you feel, as I said, the weight of the flame chase journey. I'm not going to go piece by piece with the story because just being honest with you guys, as I said, this ending discussion might suck because this is probably the most, because we had the moment with Aventurine, right? Which is one I still think is one of the most emotionally painful scenes in any video game I've played. But that was like in over the course of like a 30-minute period, right? We were crying before him, but like it was really intense in that one period of time when he he was saying goodbye. This felt like 3 hours of tears. This felt like 3 hours of emotions with little tiny breaks in between of me being like, maybe I'll go find a character. But even when I wasn't in tears, I was feeling nervous. I was feeling like sad that I wasn't going to see some of these characters maybe, or Mydei was leaving. This is in terms of a story, this is one of those things where you look back and you go, holy hell, what they accomplished here in just a short amount of time. It's not even finished yet. Is incredible. And the way I would phrase it is this, right? Not only did we get to know like the story a lot better, we got to have so many massive moments for the characters in this game. And hopefully I'll be able to recount every single one of them in some way. But we obviously started off with the fight with the Flame Reaver, which was an absolutely, again, a beautiful animation, a disgustingly powerful and intense fight with this enemy that they've depicted as being so terrifying. So every fight you have with them is super terrifying. We got to see Fion and Anaxagoras step up to the plate. We stepped up to the plate. Everyone's kind of doing their part for this. But in that moment, we got to see Mydei return, and this time with the core flame and with the power of Nikidor. And he brutalized the Flame Reaver with the heavy metal soundtrack in the background in the most intense way possible. We talked about this figure, the the parallels of the idea of the stab in the back. And I think this is super, super important, right? The idea of the stabbing in the back is a prophecy that he has held since he was much younger, right? That's the prophecy he got when he, I think, no, maybe not. It's when he got the core flame, right? Yeah. Am I right in that? So it's not for since he was younger, but like, it's interesting that he asked Fion to stab him in the back. Or is it when they become Christ? You guys can maybe fill in the blanks there. But what's important is the idea of asking Fion to stab him in the back if anything happens, right? It's not a coincidence that this prophecy told to him is you will die from a basically a stab in the back, and he tells Fion to stab him in the back. He then also is protected. His back is protected by Fion. You know, he then also reveals later on that was his prophecy. I really feel like it's one of those things where it's not by accident that like he's turning his back and he almost gets stabbed and that could be the end of his life, and then what protects him is Fion, right? The person he asked to eventually stab him in the back. Yeah, but the whole scene was intense. It was so insane. The animation was incredible, and we really got to see Mydei rise up to this occasion and what perceived to be a defeating of the Flame Reaver. We also saw the probably one of the most heart-wrenching and gut-wrenching moments in the entire game, where we learned that Trianne had reverted back to basically like as far back as she goes and became a doll again. This moment at first made me just feel sick because I felt like I'd already said my goodbyes, but then seeing her little body laying there on the ground behind Krateros hurt me. I felt really in pain seeing her there, lying there. And that scene was incredible just because I feel like, you know, Krateros did something incredible there and truly embodied what I believe to be an honorable person, to protect her like that, even if it was futile, you know? It takes a lot of guts to stand up to the Flame Reaver like that, especially for Trianne too. And as we said, the reason why the death of Trianne is so sad is because on the base level it's Trianne, right? We saw her fade away. We now know that not only that, but even stuff like they make this is why this game is so masterful at writing, retroactively making things sad. Not only did they retroactively make the fading away of her life force, you can hear a faint glow of her life force somewhere. Not only did they make that more sad, because now we know that was just her fading away. It used to be a hopeful thing, but it becomes a more sad thing then. But also the jewel that they argued over before is now also a symbol of her fading away. She didn't remember that this was a bad thing or a bad symbol for the homeworld. Instead, she saw this as something that was beautiful and good. And that has to be so difficult for Tribbie, you know? She's been basically like shielding Tribbie and Trinnon, you know, from the world in a way. But they retroactively made all that death even more sad. And I'm calling it a death, even if they would want to call it a death. It's a death to me. It's one of the most heartbreaking stories because it wasn't an explosion. It wasn't someone dying, fighting for their lives, like, you know, in some epic fashion. This was Trianne slowly fading away every time she helped somebody with that passage gate, and eventually leaving this earth. And leaving this earth without having that true connection anymore to her sisters, but emotionally she still has that connection, which I think is the important thing as well. They'll always be connected emotionally. But yeah, really sad, really heart-wrenching. Just honestly, just one of the most painful things I've experienced in this game, seeing her body there. And if I could just speak on Krateros for a second, as I said, like Krateros to me, that's his scene. That's his big scene. And if he can live through that scene forever, then he'd be someone who I would like way more, 100%. But yeah, Midamos does something that I'm actually very proud of him for. And he finally stands up to Krateros and orders him to do something. This is not just him being like more forceful. This is Mydei finally having his mind unclouded and realizing that the best place for the Kremnan people right now is here, not fighting the Black Tide and dying randomly. He talked about how it's pointless, how you're dying just to fuel more death. You're dying like ants. So he's going to face the Black Tide himself after taking the Core Flame. And I think the scene was so massively done when he explained this to Krateros, because not only was there a situation here where he's fully explained how we felt this whole time, which showcases that the game is writing as well, that we can follow along. I'm not saying it's like, oh, Calvin can follow along, that makes a good story, but I'm saying that like if we can go here at point A and be like, oh, this is happening, and then point B we go, oh, and then Mydei is saying this, and then at point Z we're like, oh yeah, we saw this at point A and point B and C, and we're like, this makes sense. That's just good writing. It's just easy to follow along. And I always get like a pushback sometimes of people being like, that's just basic writing actually. And it's like, some people forget to do this. Some people just spring things upon you, but this has been something, everything you said, you were like, yes, this is built up to this moment. Also a really fantastic, to me, a very fantastic scene. Just seeing Krateros kind of whimper a little bit. He became a follower rather than someone who was manipulating Mydei anymore. Mydei makes the decision to leave, but in the process of that, he has to say goodbye. And we see to me, like, obviously, like, the idea of him leaving is the big consequences, but I think a true consequence and a beautiful consequence of his mind not being clouded anymore is you can hear his smile as he's talking. You can hear the energy in his voice. I've always thought he was a great person. He was always kind to people when he needed to be kind. But you can hear him talking to Stelle, Don Hung, Hyacinth, Krateros, Aglaea, Fion. There is a skip in his step, figuratively, now. He talked to Krateros about, like, you know, wanting her to fulfill her role and actually find Tantalus, and even, like, you know, you could tell, like, they cared about each other so much and wanted each other to really, like, survive in this situation. He motivated Hyacinth. He gave a picture to Don Hung and Stelle and acknowledged them not as Outlanders, but as Trailblazers, and being honored to be related to the Trailblazers in any type of sentence. He talked about Aglaea and how Aglaea basically gave him the inspiration to become a better leader. The idea of not being feared, not being ruling with iron fist, but being so gravitational that people want to follow you. People see something in you that they want to follow. And I think it's such a magnificent thing that he did there. It's fantastic. All that stuff there you could hear in his voice. And then, of course, the thing that the kids set up for Mydei was so beautiful. Like, and I think the whole thing of them setting this up for Mydei was showing that, like, his people still believe in him. That he saved Amphoreus. He's the guardian of Amphoreus, and they know his journey now. He is going to protect them on the front lines. 110%. And we saw him and Fion's goodbye as well, which is so meaningful to me as well. Because I think what we had here was Mydei now saying, I'm going to be the front lines, so you no longer have to worry about sending scouts forward. They're not going to get past here to Okema. If you need anything, I will be there. But what he said to Fion was so important too. Don't let this journey to kill the Flame Reaver become something that makes you bitter. Don't let this become something that takes over your entire life. Don't let this happen. And he said, behind you, there's still people to protect. Behind you, there's still people to live for. He knows Fion is a hero in this situation. And he doesn't want him to die bitterly. He wants him to live a fulfilling life. And I think so masterfully done, because at the time I thought they were just doing a thing where it was like, oh, he just strolls away and that's the end of him. But they actually did a very masterful thing here where we got to see the scene where the two men who we love dearly, the two roommates, go off in different directions. Fion is staying to protect the people of Okema, and that's his part in the flame chase journey. Mydei is going to protect the people of Okema on the front lines. They're both going to separate locations, but in that moment they both understood each other so well, and both had such a time for each other and a love for each other. And that's when we got to see Mydei tearing through this new Kremnos in an epic. And first of all, we already had the scene with him and his mother, and I think it's important to note that, like, the parallels there are his mother sacrificed everything to protect him. That she realized her duty now is to protect Mydei. He's alone, just like she was, and now he's alone, and he realized the thing he wants to protect, just like she did. To him, protecting Okema and Amphoreus is like his mother protecting him. And that is going to mean something to him forever. he got to walk through this valley of people greeting him. And he knows, even though this isn't the case, I think it figuratively is. I think he can always look back on those kids that adore him and understand that he is a protector of Amphoreus. I think the majority of the people from Castrum Kremnos will understand. And he got this epic scene, the heavy metal in the background where he got to sit in the throne and we saw the black tide heading towards him. To me, it's a scary scene, but it's also very important too because it shows that this is his life now. But they also gave a gift to us, which is Mydei sitting on the throne looking frickin' wow. And the gift was also given to Mydei that he got to have if this is his final scene was him sitting on the throne with this epic music, knowing that he's a frickin' sick individual. I mean, sick in a cool way, by the way. But yeah, it was a really important scene for Mydei. I think Mydei no longer having a cloud in mind, Mydei finally doing something that he knows that he feels like he has to do, following in the footsteps of Nicodor, but not making the same mistakes. He wants the humans of Castrum Kremnos to really lead their own path and join Okema in a lot of ways, and I think it's going to be a very important thing. As you said, also it's up to the people in Okema to do it too, because they were bullying the people in Castrum Kremnos also. But this is him sacrificing himself in a way for Castrum Kremnos. While they we're going to do that for Castrum Kremnos, he's doing it kind of in their stead, and he will fight against the Black Tide, trying to stop it encroaching. He's basically trying to buy time for the people of Amphoreus, basically. But yeah, the goodbye for Mydei was so fantastic. I think, and it's not just because of like it being a goodbye, which is so important to me. I think the most important thing about this goodbye was also the fact that he got to do it with a clear mind and a clear conscience. We also ended there on, I'm not going to talk about the scene with Trinnon at the end, because I think there's like, a lot more to do with that in the next episode, but I will talk about the funeral scene, because it's very clear to me that Trinnon and Tribbie have been crying behind the scenes and being upset, while they're trying to be since they're the first demigod, they're trying to be very like composed in front of everybody else. That's where we already talked about it, but the jewel that was given by Krateros. But this is a very heavy scene as well, and I think it's one of those things where you're so proud of Tribbie and Trinnon, but you know that the fate that waits everyone at the end of this as well. Yeah, it was a really powerful scene as well. Really, just powerful scene after powerful scene in this game. Legitimately. Really, really incredible stuff. It's a moment, right? I think this whole episode was really powerful, and I found it to be like insane. Emotions after emotions, devastating feelings after devastating feelings. I can't help but just be like, really acknowledging that Amphoreus is one of the best stories in all of Honkai Star Rail so far, easily. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode.
Will you be joining us? Then it's settled.
In summary of my feelings and all of this, guys, I am emotionally devastated. And I feel like I'm going to need a bit of time to and thank God we have a week in between. Well, next time I'm recording an episode, I'm recording this episode on Wednesday. It came out on Wednesday. But the next time I'm recording an episode will be Tuesday. So I have a bit of time before the next Honkai Star Rail video recording. So I will be able to maybe compose myself in a lot of ways. But I really feel like this, the way they've done this, whether it be the stuff with Tribbie and retroactively making everything so sad about what happened there, giving us hope that there could be some savior there. And it was actually really masterfully done, letting us enjoy the scene with Mydei was really masterfully done. Because I think in that sense, it was like we wouldn't have been able to enjoy it. I wouldn't have been if I knew that Trianne was just dead. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have been able to have been as enjoyable. The animations were amazing. The motivations of Fion, seeing him be more motivated and upbeat, and him smiling at Mydei in that scene too was so freaking incredible also. There's so many amazing scenes here. Again, as I said, if I do forget something, I will come back and talk about, guys. I'm sorry if this discussion isn't fantastic, but thank you guys for watching this episode, and thank you for supporting me. If you want to see these videos early, it's €1 on the Patreon and on YouTube members. If you want to have your name in the credits, it's €10. And if you want to have your name called out right now, it's €15, which I think is like $17, I think. Thank you so much to Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Yassassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Chelsea, Leon, High Kasparian, Jared Bean, Neo Showerite, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lusanagi. See you guys soon. Bye bye.